Hello, everybody. Hello, Nigeria. And I'm guessing that once again, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the NPL Season 8 League Stage. This is the final Super Weekend, and I am being told that there is an intense battle for the top five teams, or make that the top four teams, sorry, that will be making it on to the next stage. Before I ramble on too fast, my name is Crowns, and I would be the one anchoring the show and the program for today. So I hope you're as locked in as I am because I am ready to go. I'm in full analysis mode today. We've got the ESPN shirt on, but anyway, I'm not gonna dive into all of that. But yeah, we're about to get into the next four games of the day. I believe this is gonna be fun. I'd like to see that battle that is going up right on top. And Ecstasy. I watched a couple of the games yesterday. Actually, you got a couple of highlights here and there. But yeah, Ecstasy standing strong, number one, 59 points. Dark Knights, actually, who have actually been impressing me, all from the group stages as well. With 41 points for in second, Neon Rising in third, Tribe Warriors in fourth. And to be honest, I like these top four that I'm seeing, and I don't want to end up in a situation whereby now I've spoken about these top four, and now they don't now play the way they've been playing since all this day. So I really hope that these teams bring in the fire, bring in the thunder as well. But that being said, man, I'm looking forward to seeing how those top four teams play. But then we're looking at top five, four portions, standing very close to Tribe Warriors. And I think Tribe Warriors, I'd like to see them lock in more. They're a team that I know that has more strength, but this is off of yesterday's games or after four games played. So we still have a couple more games to go, four more games to go today to determine who truly would be those top four teams that are going into the next stage. But then when we start to look at the overall top players, Amar leading the charge, 14 eliminations that he's been able to accrue on his lonesome, with Crusader from Ecstasy following closely behind with 10 eliminations. Atarudo not letting go either. And pretty much everyone else on this page not letting go or letting everyone run away with it, with 9 eliminations to each of their names. But man, looking at the damage is where we start to see that difference coming through from these players here. Because I mean, 3100 damage from Amar, and then Crusader then following again with 1600. So it's like no one really comes close to that amount when he's talking about the damage. But would like to see if anyone's going to be challenging him really for that challenge or for that damage. We did see that player finish as the top player in the Hamatan split. So really seeing him do these numbers again, nothing too surprising. Another thing that would not be too surprising is the way we will be playing the games. You might be surprised to see Vikendi, but we are not, as we'll be going things all the way from Erangel going into Miramar. We'd head over to Sandhawk and close things up on a solemn and calm note. Even though it is summer for me, we'll be ending things in a cold manner on the winter grounds of Vikendi. Looking forward to seeing how these teams would play this one and how they would let it go. But man, I am still looking at those leaderboards. I think that is where I pretty much have my mind on, because I'm looking at that leaderboard trying to realize, okay, or trying to figure out which one of these teams would actually do well or would pull up, show us what they're made of today. Because to be honest, some teams, or well, not just some teams, you just want that head start. You don't want to go into that survival stage because man, you still have Ariel, as we said earlier, 63 players locked in and loaded, but this is just one player from one team that are able to hold their hand. We hope that team is able to hold on to their end of the day. Well, it's not, all right. Just give me 1 second as we are having a little bit of technical. Are we still technically in or are we there? good. We are active, we are loaded, and we are good to go. Vortex 4 a.m. And well, let's just say Vortex. Vortex, Vortex, man. To Vortex, one elimination that we've already been able to get. That takes us to 62 players available. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how they play this one out. What proportions are the ones on the receiving end of that knock? Um, but it does look like uh, they're holding on to their end, and we'll see how that works. But it does look like Pace or Ace, sorry, from Four Portions able to get a little bit of a trade. And Vortex was that team that did not have all their players in the lobby, right? So it's like right now they are just down to 2 players to hold down the fort, and the Four Portions are feeling quite confident of which they might be, given that Jojo extending a little too far, and they will be showing him that we are in the vicinity. It does not look like our Four Portions are going to allow that revive come through. And well, players there from Vortex 4 a.m., they do not have as much. They do not have vehicles that they can use, and them ones are just running out in the open. And I think that player from Four Portion already sees Rogue on this run as NYMX does get thirsted. Rogue spots that player on the side. He's going to realize that in a hard way. And Team Vortex is just playing very confused right now as Rogue is just trying to fall back. And you can just definitely tell that Rogue has been someone who has gotten naded before, and that was a nice play from him, because understanding that where he is or where he was a place where he could be well, that's a place where he could be naded, and he left there with immediate effect. And that is just, every time I come back to cast, I always see these beautiful vehicles, man. Like these beautiful vehicle skins, I just love to see them. But anyway, Four Portions already finding Jojo on that side, as Aimbot is gonna be the one to find that knock. And one more player down for V4M. That's the players there from Vortex 4 a.m. And that is not a good way to start the day already. Can't lie. That is not the way to start the day. And whoa, I'm looking at this. Yo, guys. No way. I'll be pleased to announce to you guys that elimination that the players there from Vortex got in this game is their first point in the entirety of the Super Weekend. I feel like we need to give them a round of applause for that one. But yeah, that's like the first elimination that they've been able to get. And they've been on 0 point. Wow, 0 points in 4 games. I'm not even going to address that one right now. But nonetheless, Four Portions losing one player. But they will be taking 3 eliminations as well to hold body, and I'm pretty sure they would appreciate that one. We didn't see the zone that much, or I didn't get to talk too much about the zone, but that zone is far off on that top. Oh, well, it's a western zone. Sorry, make that an eastern zone. I'm sorry. Yasnaya Poliana in the center. We do have School, Pochinki Hill. These are places that are accessible in the center of that circle, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how these teams play. I know many of them like to play on the edge, and I want to see if that edge style that everyone seems to want to play is still the meta, or well, maybe not the meta, it's still what everyone in the lobby is opting for. But nonetheless, we'll be keeping our eye out steadily to see how the zone does progress. 10-11 currently on top, coming in with Bego, Amar, Crusader, and Trader. It's interesting to see Trader back on the team. Oh well, I feel like Trader is that player that is like how do I explain it? That player that just goes on like vacation for a while and then comes back. Yeah, I think that's what Trader is. Like, he's not a trader per se. He's just like, he just goes off for that vacation like a couple months, and then he just comes back. And I'm really looking forward to see maybe he's come back with that same sauce and with that same fire. So I'll keep my eye out, really. Traitor, I've got my eyes on you. Angels of Death, a team that I've heard a lot of banter about recently. Coming in with 8 points already accrued so far. They are looking to be chilling. To be honest, just seeing Angels of something just kind of takes me back in the day. I start to think of angels and demons, but this is Angels of Death here. And that player is very familiar. I've seen him. This Azrael. I've seen him somewhere. That's Black. Yeah, that is Black. Oh, that is Black. Now I get it. All right. Harsh Esports. a team that I would always look at, to be honest, and the reason why I'm looking at them right now, before normally I'll look at them because I like to troll Lunte, but this time I'm looking at them because they have Agathe in the mix, none other but Monkey, currently seated at the 11th position with 13 points. The question is, can they jump up to the top? Can they gather as much points? And to be honest, it doesn't kind of look like it. Because Team Luik, are they here? No, they're not. So Team Luik is not here. RT Sports is here. So like I'm looking at the general top 4 right now as it stands, and it looks like Tribe Warriors is number 1, 1011 XTC number 2, Hershey Sports is 3rd. Look at that. Hershey Sports is 3rd with 55 points, and Foul Play in 4th with 52 points. So this is like the general leaderboard that I'm just reading off of. So that is the one you need to make top 4 in. And to make top 4 you need 52 points. Everybody has gathered a couple points, but ooh, Neon Rising. Oh, wow, you guys. Okay, Dark Knights. Wow. Okay, actually, this might actually be tough because Dark Knights have already been able to gather points, you know. But yeah, you guys, this is actually going to be very fun. This is going to be very fun, and I'm just trying to get back into the game here. But anyway, Tribe Warriors looking to make their way into that circle. You see them coming in with Surge, Group, Touch, and Top C. I don't know why Group or Grop has still not changed his name. Like, bruh, stop being a menace to the society, bruh. Yeah, then. And let me not just throw for that. But yeah, Tribe Warriors looking to make their way into the circle as well. I've read out their players. They're a team that I actually was looking forward to watching. I remember at the end of the raid of the Hamatan split, I did tell them that you guys, I am looking forward to seeing you guys stay together as a team and come back stronger in the rain split, and that is exactly what they've done. I think that's what they have done, to be honest, because they're back here and they're seeming stronger than usual. Dream Team, a team that always makes me complain every time I watch them. They're currently seated in what position here? Wait, was I tripping or did I not see Dream Team? Chat, I saw Dream Team, yeah, Dream Team currently seated 12th with 9 points still in. Looking forward to seeing how they would play this one or how they would complete the rest of the game. And hopefully they don't piss me off today, to be honest, because like every single time I watch Dream Team, they always make some questionable plays. But this looks to be two big dogs looking to have found each other here. And when I say the two big dogs, I'm talking about Dark Knights and Tribe Warriors, as though both teams find themselves in that top 4 situation. Now looking to go up against each other. This is definitely one of those fights that you know you're in to watch. It's going to be down to patience. It's going to be down to who can hold it down for the longest. As we can already see, Tribe Warriors, Top C is already finding that one player, takes the shot, and he finds the knock. Tribe Warriors, you know that is their cue to push. Top C with immediate effect gets into the vehicle, and here comes the crash. Surgery, gonna be the first in line. He's looking to perform some operations, opens the door, fates the shot, goes in from the side swing, doesn't quite find any, and he's playing with his headphones. He's like, do you have headphones? And no, he does not. A Surge finds yet another grenade in the hands of Touch, and he is finding that last player. Oh my god. Tribe Warriors going for that ferocious push onto the side of Dark Knights, and they cannot do anything but wait. Trap just holding behind the fence, gets third party by yet another big dog, and it's going to be 3 Crown Esports coming in through for the third party. But Tribe Warriors remain strong. 4 eliminations to their name, and now they have to ward off the side of 3 Crowns. Can they hold against 2 strong teams in the lobby at the same time? That's the question that I have. And you can just see Tribe Warriors trying to find a way for themselves. The shots coming in through Asquila. Drops a whole lot of HP. Touch trying to see if he can find a little bit of a flank, but is he aware of the Devil's position from 3 Crown? Well, now he is. Goes in for the full send, but he cannot quite find the car crash. And both teams looking to be on a little bit of a helter-skelter move, trying to outflank the other. And this is just a classic case of the flanker flanking the flankee. Wow. Or the flanker flanking the flanker. But you know what they say about flankers though? Flankers actually die alone. But anyway, 3 Crowns would lose the first player in the battle. Asquila falls. And now the rest of Tribe Warriors, they know that they've held that team 3 Crown. And I actually like what Tribe Warriors is doing. There's someone, they know like they have a couple players on the other side of the bridge. And they're watching the bridge. Right now, they know that it's definitely a 3v2. And that's why they're pushing. Oh my god, Tribe Warriors, yes! That is the play. 5 eliminations found and 3 Crown They have one more player on that edge, and they're just going to find him as Topsy going in for that flank. He definitely knows something is going on, and he's going to stop. He knows there's someone on the other side, and he's seen Enjoy taking a couple pre-fires, but can't quite find it. And I like the fact that Tribe Warriors keeping every player there occupied, as Topsy is forced to smoke. And Enjoy, he's got his attention focused on Topsy, and I think Topsy can play this well because they know exactly where that last player is. And Enjoy, his position now has deeply been exposed. I shot you, looking for an angle, Saibao. That is a cheeky grenade coming in through from Topsy there. Keeping that awareness. And Ecstasy dealing with the side of PlayStation and make that foul play on the off angle. And speaking of off angles, Touch would find that one. Enjoy looks for the knock onto Surgery, does enough damage, and the play zone will take him down. And Tribe Warriors, they are remaining awake. Actually, the play zone will not take him down as 3 Crown Esports swept out of the lobby. And that is Tribe Warriors have come back to be a stronger team than they were. I am liking what I'm seeing because they've just handled 2 very strong teams and they didn't lose anybody. That was such a play. And it's not even like there was any breathing space. It was back to back. Now, I'm giving you guys your flowers because that was one heck of a way to play the game. And even though it was still a little sloppy here and there, they still made it work. What a way to play, man. 8 points that they've got into their name. 10-11, enjoying with 3 points as well. Courtesy of the players there from Foul Play. And isn't it just interesting that Foul Play going up against 10-11 Ecstasy? And I do not know it was PlayStation. Was it PlayStation 5? PlayStation 0? Was he on the team? I think I saw that name on the elimination feed as well. But nonetheless, Foul Play down to just the 1 player to hold down the fort. And we'll see just how well he is going to do that. Not too much about them. But then I was going to move on to speak about other teams. I'm seeing Unsolid Army in 6th position. And I cannot lie, I'm impressed. You know, that's 28 points that they've been able to accrue in what? 4 games. I'm gonna take that from Unsolid Army because normally first of all, they are just fresh into the lobby. I think that's the first thing I would say. They're fresh into the lobby, they're just coming into the lobby. They were not here before, but then they're replacing another team, and then they're still able to hold themselves in top 6. I think that is good. Even if nothing, that's gonna add more points to their tally on the general rankings or the grand final rankings. And yeah, nonetheless, I'm impressed to see them, and I'm really hoping they would hold or even move up further on these leaderboards. We'll see how that works. 3 Crown though out. Doesn't look like they will be getting any more points in this game. And to be honest, 3 Crown did not start, or they're not looking very strong, to be honest. We know them to be a strong team, but right now, seeing how they were taken out and how they played yesterday, seeing just 3 points in 4 games, that is definitely unlike 3 Crown Esports. And I'm wondering why this might be the case. I know many of these teams are looking forward to that grand finals, and well, they know they have that grand final points, but nonetheless, I would still expect to see a little more, urgency in their gameplay. But anyway, Zone does move, centers up quite nicely. Yasnaya is out of there. We are down to just the open fields. See how this one plays out. Afro Esports, they have been on that quiet side for this game, and now they find themselves on the edge of the map. We know that they might start to feast, as we have got my eyes on now. The players there from Afro Esports, where are they? They are 9th on the leaderboard with 21 points to their name. Neo, Squash, Chris, and SWAT. And I was talking about them in the previous stage in playoffs that this is a foul play done. That this is actually a team that I'm looking forward to seeing how well they play, provided Chris was able to keep up with that consistency. And why I'm saying that is because I did see them play so well. I'm looking forward to seeing them play better. As much as they are 9th with 21 points, not too far off, I still feel like they might be able to, or they should be putting up more points up on the board with that kind of team, especially if that chemistry is there. But anyway, Neon Rising, a team that I don't like to hype because I feel like Neon Rising, the instance I say something good about Neon Rising, or when you just expect Neon Rising to hold on, that last day jitters always gets to them. Like you feel like Neon Rising has been doing so well, and you expect to just see even better performance coming through from them the day you want to watch them, and then boom, they're like, "Yup, today we shall not be playing well. We'll do everything else but play well." But anyway, Neon Rising, the team that I'm also looking forward to how they would hold on, to be honest, because right now 37 points in fourth position. I'm trying to see where they are on the overall rankings. I think they're on the overall ranking, 38 points that they've got plus what? I'm not even about to start doing maths right now. But Neon Rising, they are there. They are close. They could make top 4. They were 20 points away before this. See how well they hold on. Dream Team though, dealing the damage onto the side of Vanguard, as Sad is gonna find that first 2 knocks. Or Sad and Peter. A nice combo, to be honest. When you look at combos on that Dream Team, it is definitely one. But then they've got the rest of Vanguard just right out here in the vicinity as they started to expand those turbos, using those utils. Lila upstairs, Boogie upstairs as well. The Molotov from Peter is going to find Pucci. And now the players there from Dream Team know they're down to a 1v4 that they will not bother about too much anymore as they are out. Dream Team, 4 eliminations able to be accrued right there. And it's like they eliminated these guys. They're like, we don't even need to loot your boxes, man. Like, we're out. We just wanted to take you guys out. We don't need your bullets. That's peak. Peak. Love it. Anyway, Dream Team had themselves 4 eliminations. That's a good way to start the day. You started the way on Crowns. You started the day on Crowns' good side. So I'm gonna put that down. Crowns' good side for now. For now, Dream Team. I'm not gonna hype you guys any more than that. And anyway, we move. Movement is assured. And speaking of movement, we're starting to see that zone close even further and further on Solid Army, having to find a way into the zone. They have lost 48-64. Who I believe is the IG. What are these names, man? Who I believe is the IG, bro. Oh, that is one nasty shift. A very, very nasty shift coming through. And I like to see how these teams will play this one. RT Sports find themselves in a very we're going to be seeing a lot of teams try to drop down, and we see Afro Esports being one of those teams making those first movement, making it fast on Solid Army, making it fast as well. And we'd like to see how well these teams will get in, or if at all they would make it in. Tribe Warriors is a team that I've put my eye on, and I want to see how they would rotate into the circle. And hopefully that is something that they fix, because we know in the Hamatan split, we spoke a lot about them not holding that position, or well, not being able to get so much position points. They were good with taking their fights, but when it comes to staying alive onto the later phases, that was not something that we saw. Damn, that was not something that we saw coming. Damn, Ama, relax. Neon Rising though, taking the shots from the side here of 10-11. Baby's gonna get thirsty. 10-11 Ecstasy is in the building. Grenades from that guy, trying to see if he can ward them off. But he's throwing them. 10-11 playing with those audio cues. Neon Rising having to fall down to the defense. We're seeing exploding bombs come through. That grenade flies out from Noisy, but kind of finding out. Commandos is in there, spams in the grenades, and oh, he swallows. One more down for the side of Neon Rising, and these are trying to see if he can hold on the edge, but he's gonna take more to the face. That guy upstairs trying to see if he can hold on the fort, but 10-11 with too much pressure. The exploding bombs coming in through, and we're seeing third party come through and make that off angle from Bego to take them down. But it's not over for 10-11. We have the players there from Angels of Death showing up in the vicinity, and Bego just needs a steal of your head showing for those shots to fly. 7 eliminations for the side of 10-11. And they are holding down strong. Angels of Death do not have the zone, but they're looking for the off angle, and they would find a little bit trader. Almost falls, but he's going to remain alive. But 10-11, they are keeping everyone at bay as Afro Esports feels the brunt of the bullets there from Amar's gun. Man, we need to stop these dude. What? Damn. All right. 10-11 on the other hand will be losing the bullets though, but it looks like trouble is not done yet as Tribe Warriors handle the players there from Dream Team. And Angels of Death really taking it from 10-11 as they're being chased down. Another knock has been found. The thirst with the vehicle would come through as well. 10-11 already going on what seems to be one of their infamous rampages. But Tribe Warriors is still alive, so you cannot quite think that they will just run away with it. But man, 10-11 has 9, Tribe Warriors has 11, but then they're not stopping 10-11. They are taking more. 10 eliminations is the tally now, and they would continue. And it's like there's trouble on two different sides. If you're on the north, you're taking the trouble from 10-11 Ecstasy. If you're somewhere on that eastern side towards the south, you're taking it all from Tribe Warriors. And both teams are not letting go. Everyone is in shambles and danger. Harsh Sports trying to run away from this northern edge, and now everyone who seems to love to play edge is scattering to the middle. I guess that is what happens when the real edge players show up, because Tribe Warriors are also not letting down. 12 eliminations, looking for a flank onto more teams, and they might start to set their eyes on 10-11 Ecstasy. The confidence coming through from both teams right now, it is pumping my blood. I love it. This is what I want to see. Afro Esports somehow still surviving, but Grop is going to find a couple shots, but falls down instantly. Has to go prone, protect that vehicle as well. Winter tires are not very cheap these days. There's grenades though. As Dream Team looking to continue onto the side of Angels of Death. That's going to be sending them back into the lobby. 0 eliminations that they were able to get. 9 teams still alive in this lobby, believe it or not. Harsh Sports, they have been found by the side of 10-11 Ecstasy, but 4 portions in the library, looking to take a couple jabs at 10-11 Ecstasy as straight off falls. Third-party shots trying to see if they can find the thirst. 4 portions need to find a way into the circle. They've got teams surrounding them. I sincerely do not know why Parago or Radioso is so focused on grabbing that thirst. 4 eliminations that they already have, and they've got 2 teams just right on the outskirts. But here comes Papa Blue, and he is moving as fast as ever. Team Luik falls in the midst of all the chaos as this zone continues to move. 4 portions, they need to get on their toes, and they need to get moving. 10-11 Ecstasy watching the south, seeing this all happen. 4 portions taking the shots, and it's going to be on Solid Army dishing out the damage as 2 players fall from 4 portion. Ace left to the hill strat in the library, and he's gonna have to move. That zone is not fun anymore. 6 eliminations, or sorry, make that stage 6 that we have, and 4 portions. They are gonna go out, or they are out. Can't lie, they are taking too much. 13 eliminations from the side of 10-11 Ecstasy. These guys are not stopping anytime soon. Sidelines focused on the side there. Oh, who's that in the blue zone? I do not know. But 10-11 Ecstasy do not want to have it. Oh, what are you trying to do? Harsh Sports. Jam Rot carry. I don't know if it's out healing this zone here. He is. He wants the smoke. Takes the shots towards Trader, down to a slither of HP. But Trader doesn't fall just yet, but that would feel the damage. The burst is, oh, grab your test. Wonderful. Come on. Oh, Jarrett. Oh. Respect. He did give it his all. But man, we are down to the final 4 team on Solid Army Falls. Afro Esports looking to be next in line as Chris trying to hold down his 4th Dream Team. We say them bye-bye as well. RT Esports 1 elimination so far, but they are still alive. And in the midst of all of that, I believe we lost inside of Tribe Warriors. Plenty of shots coming through. RP Sports as Atarodo goes for the spray onto Crusader, but Crusader doesn't quite fall yet. Bego is in the vicinity, but Crusader falls. Bego's got a grenade prepped, and he's in the vicinity. Lets it fly, but it doesn't quite work as Creed would find him instead. Amar, he's also behind the tree, and I think Rodo has the memo. He has that information. Grenades being sent. And Amar trying to see if he can hold up with the smoke. The damage number has been found. Grenade flies. It's a no-look one. But Amar proving to be a cockroach as he doesn't quite fall. Down to a slither of HP. If you scream his name out too loud, he might fall. Scratch my misinformation. Tribe Warriors are still alive as Afro Esports fall to their hands. RT Esports coming in for the run over but cannot quite find it. Amar trying to see if he can hold up. He's got a GPS in hand. Trying to see if he can find the shot, but he cannot. And that is one more player down. Tribe Warriors trying to see if they can come through for the 3rd party, but Reckless wiggles and jiggles. It's not going to be enough. Grub finds him, and he's going to find the knock. It's a 1v3. But Grub comes in through. He does get the test. He's flying into the blue zone. Looks for 1, cannot find. Looks for 2, and he does find. He goes for the first. Is he going to do it? A slither of HP is all he's had left. Skills. He's got a grenade prepped. Can he get it on the money? Yes, he can. Boom! He falls. And that was close. But Grop was onto something. Tribe Warriors toughing it out even as a solo. But RFT Esports would say no, not today, as they would be getting that first winner chicken dinner of the night. What a way to play. I believe they only got 2 eliminations, or maybe 3 eliminations in total, but they got themselves the chicken dinner. But nonetheless, you cannot count it out. This was 10-11 and Tribe Warriors game for the taking. Scratch that, they did finish with 5 eliminations and they winner chicken dinner. But when you have teams pulling up your total number in just elims, yeah, it starts to look like though you did not do much. But nonetheless, Rodo with 2 eliminations, 400 damage as well to go alongside it. RT Sports with Creed, 1 eliminations, Reckless and Skills, pulling in the work, getting their team that winner chicken dinner, which means they have a radar on their head. 60 eliminations in total out of 63 players that loaded in. We lost a couple to the blue zone, 15 knockouts to go as well. A couple of eliminations were stolen, 10 grenade eliminations, assists coming in through 42, and we got 4 vehicle eliminations. Tribe Warriors, Kotzi of Grop actually did get 1 out of those ones. I know that one for sure. But nonetheless, that was a very good Erangel game, a very good way to start the day, and that is the kind of tone that I need. That is the way you start a game to say, you guys, this is the road to the NPL Rain Split Finals. That is the energy. 3,300 damage from Tribe Warriors, 16 knocks, 18 eliminations. They were absolutely smoking, and even when they came down to a solo, they were still smoking, bro. Yeah. Anyway, 10-11 ecstasy, 10 eliminations, 10 knocks, 15 eliminations as well, and you got to admire the way they played as well. And like, it was literally danger on both sides of the circle. These guys divided the map into 2, and they were tearing the entire map apart. And Mamar, his grenades, his shots were felt by multiple teams. It almost feels like how his Armada is knocking Afro Esports, knocking out 4 portions at the same time. He has eyes everywhere. 9 eliminations, 1,200 damage, 7 knocks. Didn't even get to heal too much. You can tell that he's careful with it. 2 assists as well. The team had 12 eliminations, and Amar got 9. And he was able. Sorry, the team had 15 eliminations. I'm sorry. Amar has 9 and 2 assists. Involvement in 11 out of those. Talk about a utility player, and that man definitely chasing that MVP title, trying to put that gap between himself and everyone else that is on that list. What a way to play. What a way to play. What a player to watch, to be honest. Can't lie. I'd love to see that one coming through from him. I mean, as I said, I'd like to even see the damage or how the numbers with respect to eliminations was spread among the players there from Tribe Warriors. Because to be honest, they also held on till their end so well. You'd love to see that one coming through from them, to be honest. That was a good game of Rangers to play. It was very top heavy with respect to we had just 2 teams controlling the entire game. But nonetheless, it was still one good way to play the game. What do we have next? It's going to be the top eliminations and group game 6. Player 11 from Archie Sports with 5 in this game. Top C from Tribe Warriors. And look at that. Tribe Warriors have 3 players up here. Top C and Surgery also making it up here with 4 eliminations each. Amar with 9. Just right there on top. And to be honest, player 911 from Hershey Sports making it up here. I am quite surprised, to be honest. I would have expected to see maybe even the 4th player from Tribe Warriors. But nonetheless, that was 1 game and a half that came through from them. And to be honest, these 5 players that are up here just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of how the game went generally. But man, rankings, match rankings. Of course, Tribe Warriors go home with the most points from this game, 24 points that they were able to get. 10-11 with the next most number of points as expected. They also had 15 eliminations and 1 amazing run, 20 points in total. RT Sports following out closely, the team who won, getting 3rd place in terms of the overall rankings, 15 points. Dream Team with 8 points, I am not complaining. Hashi Sports with 8, I am not complaining either. Afro Esports, 4 portions. Solid Army, 3 Crown Esports following themselves quite closely behind. And when we go from Dark Knights down to 16th place, we're seeing 0 eliminations. Donuts being shared across the board. Love to see that one coming in through. And to be honest, maybe a couple of these teams like Vortex really putting up their first points in 2 days is maybe that's a team that could step up. I'd say you want to actually step up the pace. You want to make sure that you are being as strong as possible. You want to max out your batch. Max it out, come out here and explore. But anyway, speaking of exploring, Amar looking to explore the road to MVP on his lonesome. 23 eliminations, 4,400 damage, 4.6 elim to Deadwish. Bruh, you need to nerf this guy. You know what? Put a tag, put a pin on his head. You guys are looking for Amar. Amar wear a special suit. Everyone has to look for that suit and actually take you out. Love to see down 23 eliminations that he's been able to get so far. XGC Crusader still falling closely behind Roto. If you want to catch up on these guys, you're going to need to put in more than a chicken dinner with 5 eliminations. You need more. Yo-Yo Trader, a player that I was highlighting before, in the middle of the game, out here finding themselves in that list of top players with a couple eliminations up there on board. 10-11 still pushing up with points. 79 points that they were able to get. Tribe Warriors in as much as they were able to get themselves decent points, still not enough to catch 10-11 XTC, but might just be enough to draw them relatively closer, as that damage or distance is not looking too far. RFT skyrocketing into that third position there, 43 points. Dark War Knight still alive in this one in fourth. Neon Rising dropping, and that's what I'm saying about Neon Rising again. Their team, the day that we need them to lock in and maintain that position, that might be the day they might start to drop, and I'm hoping that's not what is happening today. So Neon, lock in. 4 portions still right down there on Solid Army, still maintaining the distance, or keeping that distance short. Afro Esports also doing the same thing. Foul play, not quite given the chance to get as much points in that last game, but they are here in 9th. Harsh Esports following closely behind with 21 points as well. Dream Team still in the 11th position. Angels of Death still down there in 13th. 3 Crown Esports still down there in 14th, as we did not see them get points in this game. Vortex, as I said, their first point in 4 games is what they've just got in here. Leaderboard still looking good so far, but nonetheless, we have had one very, very beautiful and wonderful Erangel game to start the day. Man, Tribe Warriors, you got my blood pumping. I love the game that I saw. XTC, I also love that game that I saw. Now going into the next game of Miramar, I wonder what teams would get me off my seat. But that being said, as we get prepped for Miramar, do not go anywhere, and we will be right back. Active, active, active. Energy, 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 energy. And when we talk about energy, you know you cannot get it elsewhere but with Monster Energy. 1011, sorry, I said 1011, man. This guys, man. 10N80 and Monster Energy bringing you PUBG Mobile Esports at its finest in the country of Nigeria in the Nigerian Pro League. We are in season 8. We are looking at the final day once again to make it into the rain split final. So you guys need to lock in. These teams do need to lock in. And you know who else needs to lock in? We all do need to lock in. Like the stream if you've not, subscribe to the channel if you've not, and if you've not shared it, you know once again you are not doing the right thing. But we are locked into the map of Miramar, playing path not looking too bad. Splits us into the center. We're going all the way from the outskirts of Toria Humada, and we'll make that the oasis really, and we are flying down straight to Minas del Sur. So basically anywhere you want to go to in this map, you are free to do so because Miramar right now is being nice. The gods of Miramar has been nice to us with respect to the zone, with respect to the playing path. And now we wonder, would they be just as nice for the zones? Keep our fingers crossed, keep our hopes high. I guess that's for the players, because for me, I would really appreciate like one northeastern zone right now, because I feel like we don't see that many northeastern zone. Like I want the zone that ends. Hey God, do I leave me? I want the zone that ends around like Cruz de Valley or Tierra Bonca. That would be nice. That would be a spectacle. Or imagine just on the outskirts of Torre Ahumada. I believe you guys see what I'm saying. But anyway, teams already looking to fly out, and we're looking to see a couple hot drops already brewing. I'm seeing one around the Opozo area where we've got RT Sports welcoming the players there from Angels of Death. And I think just seeing this alone, I already know why our Angels of Death is in the position that they are on that leaderboard. And I can kind of already tell who is winning this. But anyway, I feel like maybe Angels of Death is doing this because RT Sports won the last game, because as we, or you may not know, if you take out the team that wins the previous game, you get yourself 10 bonus points. And well, if the players here from Angels of Death have got what it takes, they might be the ones getting the, wait, is it 10? Anyway, they shall get bonus points. So yeah, I like to see that some teams are going for the bonus points. So I would give them that benefit of the doubt. That it's not as if they land their opponent normally. It's just because they want those bonus points. But anyway, movement is assured. The zone does look to almost be listening to me, as we have a little bit of a northeastern zone. So we're just gonna keep watching and keep praying that we get that northern hard shift. That's one thing that I want to see, bro, and it's going to be crazy if we see that. On Solid Army, not quite making it into the lobby. I think I'm not gonna think anything. I'm all thinking. I was close. I was very, very close. But no, on Solid Army not quite making it into Miramar this time. I heard something about Jesse not having or packing his sunscreen right on time. So unfortunately, they were not quite able to catch that flight. But on Solid Army, we hope to see them in the map there of of Sandhawk. But yeah, you know, you're coming to Miramar, that dust is crazy. Like I was hearing that even Robert, on the other hand, did not even have his face mask with him, you know, and they had to pack those from the lobby when they were coming, but unfortunately they forgot and they had to run back. By the time they came back, the plane to Miramar had already taken off. So if you sad, but on Solid Army, they would have to sit on the sidelines to watch it. If you're from on Solid Army squad and you're watching me right now, say hi in the chat. Let's keep you entertained and let me know what you guys are grabbing or what you guys are feeling like when we go into the third game of the day. Anyway, enough young talk. It's looking like Angels of Death are on the receiving end of the bullets as RT Sports look to get started with them. First knock has been found, and RT Sports looking to draw closer and closer at the stadium, just on the outskirts. That seems to be where that issue is coming through. That seems to be the position being occupied by the side of Angels of Death. And RT Sports, are they feeling confident? I feel like they know there's a bounty on their head. And if it is a case of the bounty, it will make sense that they're trying to play very carefully. And indeed care one thing that you cannot take for granted. But anyway, we move. We move. Players there from Angels of Death would be able to get themselves that revive, so they'll be fine. We wouldn't be worrying too much about them. But nonetheless, RT Sports, it doesn't look like they want too much stress. Can't lie. I think they should make it a thing of if RT Sport, like, oh well, if the team that wins the last game gets hot dropped by another team and they wipe that team that they got hot dropped by, they would get even more bonus points. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Huh? Am I cooking? I think I'm cooking. I think I am cooking. In fact, we are indeed cooking. 10 and 80, if you're listening to this, let's try implementing that just for the fun of it. Not for the fun of it, actually. Because it's actually, you know what? Let me put a good case here. To actually increase the seriousness of the teams. Like, you'd see teams now actually want to gamble it. Like, in fact, we will start to even see situations where that team would even change their hot drop so that, idea wants to enjoy me. Anyway, guys, let me know who you guys are here to support in the chat. Dream Team, we did see them in that first game, able to get themselves 8 points up on board. But that is not enough if you're trying to skyrocket your place or skyrocket yourself into that top 4 situation. Because to be honest, as I said, that overall leaderboard for that top 4 is really where it lies. And the match says no blade, no part. Hey, I do not know about that, because I saw Blade in that last game and there was no party. Anyway, Dream Team just chilling around the power grid. We know them to land around this area, so it's not too surprising to see them here. One buggy so far, but it looks like Peter has got his vehicle as well. And to be honest, I was seeing Dream Team, or I've been seeing a couple clips from Dream Team. This team just likes to, I don't know, they just like to make crowns. They just like when crowns is just worried. I guess that's what it is. But anyway, Dream Team, Storm, Jack, Sad, and Peter would be the combo that you have. I mean, it makes me wonder who is the IGL of the team. I don't think it's Sad, and I don't think it's Peter either. I thought both Peter and Sad were co-fraggers or something. So I don't know who the IGL is. But anyway, Dream Team looking to play very structured right now. And I say that because quickly into the game, or just 4 minutes into the game, and they're already able to, well, maybe not 4 minutes into the game, but just a couple minutes into the game, and they've just been able to get themselves vehicles enough to start making their movements. That's just something I love to see. But anyway, Dark Warriors, make that Dark Knights already in a world of hurt, as the players there from Vortex 4 a.m. seem to have woken up on day 2. They found yet another elimination, and it is the first blood again. The last game they got the first blood and they ended up being the first blood. But now, are we going to repeat that again? Unsolid Army is done in the lobby, so technically they might not be the first blood. Then blood when they enter this place, that's still blood. Oh. Nick's trying to see if he can run the bullets. Indeed he can. But Dark Knights are so not happy that he was trying to retain some loot. Nick's going to be able to heal up now. Man, do you really want that loot box? I guess the answer is no. But Jojo, also in the vicinity-ish. And this is the same problem I had with Vortex in the first game, where we didn't see them play together as a team. And right now they're not doing that. So if the team, the Dark Knights, choose to push up to them or try to hold that fight, yeah, they're already separated. They're definitely losing it because they'll be overwhelmed by the numbers. But anyway, Vortex, it does look like they're still in the middle of their looting phase. Why we're not really seeing them do too much with respect to staying together. And again, it just goes to show comfortability. And indeed, they will loot it. They looted it in peace. Dark Knights, lock in. Tribe Warriors, getting started with foul play. Foul play lose 1. It's a knock so far. Still looking forward to seeing if we can get a couple eyes on that site. And hopefully Foul Play is able to hold on to their end. Foul Play being one of those teams that we've seen play well. And I think Foul Play is in the top 4 for the general leaderboard. So they do need more. They need to lock in. So Foul Play, you need more points up on board. Actually, I'm just going to confirm that. Yeah, Foul Play is in the general leaderboard. Matter of fact, they are on the bubble. They are the ones with 52 points. So right now they cannot be dropping any more points, and it does look like they are dropping more points. Tribe Warriors finds one, make that two. The Molotov is burning. That's foul play. Trying to see if they can hold down their end, but PlayStation 0 4 shots one coming through from drop. Looks for one, but cannot find. Gets a couple more shots, and that's going to be the bait and switch. Works successfully, and Tribe Warriors eliminate the side there of foul play. You can tell that they are here for smoke. And they are number one, bro. You didn't even have to take them out. Let other people, let the people that are below them take them out, you know? Let people that are below them tell them what to do. Oh, sorry, take them out. Not you, you're on top. But anyway, speaking of being on top, Dark Knights, they might be on top with respect to elevation, but 3 Crown Esports, they are here with the sauce. Abubakar is down, so we already know Dark Knights are at a disadvantage. Now 3 Crown Esports trying to see if they can come through for the commit. Quila on an off angle. Shot your out here in the vicinity as well. No Me stands up to take some shot. Pops his head right off with the headshots. Devil's position has been exposed. You know Me trying to see if he can go that far, but he's been spotted by Quila. The trade initiated, but it's still uneven for Dark Knights as it is a 2v3. Shot your still off. Still down. And it does not look like revives are going to be coming through anytime soon. But Enjoy 7 comes in through, trying to play savior, but his comrade would fall. Grenades flying upstairs, but none to connect. Dark Knight still holding down the fort. Trap makes a couple movements, baits them out, and he's the one getting all those nades. The revive is coming through upstairs, and that is one good play. And Enjoy trying to see if he can blow it down. I did not know when they started using the sticky bombs, but they are definitely using them now. Quila still on that off angle. Not too recommended at any point at this time as Enjoy swallows the grenade there from Trap. Dark Knights playing defense wonderfully well, and no way these guys were first blood. Okay, no, foul play was first blood. But anyway, 27 falls at 3 Crown Esports down to 2. Quila on the off angle, looking for knocks, looking for shots. Cannot find any as Devil just right beside Dark Knights. They are adamant. They do not want to leave this compound. And that is one heck of a play from Dark Knights. That is one heck of a play from Dark Knights. They're like, we're just here to play defense. And they've only lost one player. It's not even like they're down to a duo. But 3 Crown is down to a duo, and they will be getting out of dodge. They do not want trouble. They do not want the smoke no more. They push for trouble, and they got trouble instead. Trouble that they could not handle. Now they have to hold on as a 2-man squad. And keep our eyes with them. Keep our eyes on them as well. 3 Crown Esports on the overall leaderboard. They are not in that top 4. 36 points before getting into this super weekend. So they might need a bit more. Motion and movement. All that we are watching. Stage 2 here in the NPL Season 8 Super Weekend 2 Match 6. It only gets longer. All you just need to know is that today is the last day that these guys have to make it into the Rain Split Finals. Well, maybe not the last day, but, you know, in the league stages, if you're not making it into that overall top 4, you will be going to tough things out in survival stage. Trust me, survival stage really lives up to its name. It is going to be chaotic in there because, and where it's going to get chaotic is when you have to play survival weekend with the likes of RFT Esports, Neon Rising, 3 Crown, Afro Esports, 4 Portions, Dark Knights. You know, when you look at the fact that you have to play a survival stage that would have potentially some of these teams, you know that is the place you don't want to be. You really want to find a way or make your way into the finals as quickly as possible. But Dark Knights, now can they defend against Tribe Warriors? Tribe Warriors staying outside like snakes, trying to observe what is the play, where are these players situated, but they know for sure there's a team in here. Surge, low on HP. Tribe Warriors might be dealing with more than they can chew here. We're starting to see them just drive around, trying to gather some more intel. 10-11, a little bit of a ward of hurts. But Dark Knights, if they take out the side there of Tribe Warriors right now, they get themselves bonus points. Can they pull the defense? Saw them play very good defense earlier. You know me, swallows a lot of damage from that grenade. And they're down there on the south. A lot of teams on the north. As I said earlier, 10-11 is a bit of danger. Monitor the elimination feed for that one. But Dark Knight swallowing a whole lot of grenade as the barrage starts to come through from Tribe Warriors. Dark Knight's trying to fall back, and one grenade will do the work up as Surgery falls. And that is the cue to push. Dark Knight is standing protected with one man. HK trying to hold on the points, but the power is too much. The menacing power, the menacing push from the side there of Tribe Warriors cannot be held, nor can it be withstood. And the players there from Dark Knights would fall. Tribe Warriors taking them out again. To be honest, I would like to see a full 4v4 fight. Tribe Warriors versus 10-11 Ecstasy. That is something I'd like to see at this point, man, because this is very impressive the way Tribe Warriors are playing. Like the way they're pushing into teams, this is wonderful. Like it's fun to watch. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like it just feels like them mans are just here having the time of their lives. They're able to put the fun in competition. Put it there somewhere. And they've managed to put it there. They've managed to find that place to put it. You know? But yeah. Nonetheless, we're moving. Angels of Death. Angels of Death still alive on this one. They've got just the one elimination to their name. 10-11 Ecstasy looking to find those players there from PM. As it looks like 3 Crown Esports did do them a bit of damage. That zone looking to close up now. Team Luik still alive on that eastern edge. Everyone seems to be playing a little more central, but I think this is because everyone is expecting that central switch or well zone shift. Zone, please go north to cruise the valley. I want a hard share. I guess it's because I asked, right? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't ask no more. But anyway, that zone is down towards that southern side. Tribe Warriors holding on their edge in the center. Sorry, holding on their ends in the center. 4 portions are somewhere close by as well in the graveyard. And we're starting to see many of these teams having to find their way into the circle from that northern edge. And if you do not know who resides on the north, I would have said it's 10-11 Ecstasy. But 10-11 Ecstasy right now are down to just the 2 players. RT Sports, can you capitalize on the lobby? Because right now, I think they are one of those teams who can actually get to do so much damage. You know, where we're seeing them play more for position as compared to trying to play for eliminations and position at the same time. And maybe that around there was just an unlucky thing for them, where it's like, okay, they probably just their rotation path did not have a lot of teams fighting. But nonetheless, we're going into the second game here, and like they still have 0 eliminations, you know. And I was saying, Rodo being one of those players there on that MVP list, if you want to breach that, if you want to break that, or even go ahead of those other players, you know for sure you cannot be in stage 3 without having an elimination. Because I don't know if Amari is still alive, but I'm pretty sure he might have some eliminations already. 10-11 has 6, you know? And if he's still alive, you know he's still bound for more. Neon Rising is still alive in this one as well. And everyone just trying to play the map of Miramar quite slowly. I guess we'd have to wait 30 seconds to see where this next circle does push us to. Tribe Warriors holding a 1-man split across 4 places, if that makes sense. Make it make sense. Remans are just taking shots everywhere, trying to let everyone know that they're around. They cannot stay quiet, can they? Dream Team in the world of hurt here. Peter the burning vehicle. That car skin is too beautiful to let go. That vehicle has also not exploded for the time being, but Dream Team in a little bit of danger here as they're having to ward off shots. How well are they going to hold on to their end? Sad, not quite giving up on that buggy. Team Loic La Beast would be the one to find the first knock. Dream Team. These are the things I start to question about Dream Team, you know? This is why I start to question Dream Team. This is why I start to ask them questions. Because they do these things. But anyway, they'll be looking to find a way into the rest of the game with just a 3-man squad. Sad didn't have to go down there. But hey. I'm not going to crash out on Dream Team yet. Nope. As I said, not yet. Not today. 40 seconds and we're going to get a new zone shift. I'm really hoping that this one is the one that comes with the hard and the tough shift and nothing too soft. I want to see this team struggle. All right. But anyway, 2 games looking to be done and dusted. I really want to see how these teams will play with Vikendi. I think Vikendi is going to be a very long map. But we'll see how well these teams are going to play this one. But Team Luik looking to find a way into the zone. They've got 1 elimination so far. They are sitting so high, actually, on the overall leaderboards there for the Super Weekend. But right now, they're not playing like the team that is holding that position. But anyway, zone about to close up once more. And it does go towards that western side. Our team supposed to find themselves in the circle once more. So unfortunately, they won't be able to get so much eliminations. But Team Vanguard on that northern edge, looking to take some shots from the players there from Neon Rising. They're down by 1. And then there's a lot of other teams that are here for third party. Vanguard gonna have to find a way to grab their revives. Smoke's already being deployed. Tribe Warriors on that eastern edge of the circle. Angels of Death trying to find their way in. Harsh Warrior, make that harsh to harsh. Out there on that eastern side, they would have to get into the circle. And if you're trying to get into that circle from the east, you are in trouble. Because Tribe Warriors, they are the ones who will be playing gatekeepers. Unless you're somehow able to overshadow them or overwhelm them with the numbers, it might be GG's. It might actually be GG's. Oh my god. Afro Esports finding another knock onto Van Esports. It's going to be Ela to fall just after grabbing that revive onto Tori. Is Tori the same Tori that I know? Let me know. But Afro Esports looking to deal the damage from long range. And this is why I don't understand Afro Esports. You're not in the circle. 30 seconds on the clock. You've gotten a knock onto those guys. Yes, they're not in the circle, but what are you doing? Crash up onto them. Pressure them a little bit or something. Try to clear them out. You know, give yourself time to clear that team out. But anyway, Neon Rising is going to decide the players there from no. Tribe Warriors. Finding the players there from Neon Rising. And it's just too easy right now because it's like they're just looking down. Who are they taking out? Target practice. As Touch finds yet another player there from Neon Rising to fall. Wizard and Boys down to the bullets. The AUG of Touch. Neon Rising gonna have to survive the rest of this game as a 2-man squad, but they've got Angel of Death just right in front of them. Everyone seems to be in the center. Dream Team taking the shots onto Team Luik. And Angels of Death losing players. They've lost 2 now. Neon Rising also still taking shots from the side there of RFT Esports. This is third party galore in the map here of Miramar. Neon Rising still losing more. 1 player falls and that guy down to a 1v1, trying to see if he can hold down the end, and indeed he will be able to do so. As Angels of Death once more fall. 2 eliminations that they were able to get this time. But this is definitely not the Angels of Death that we know, or that we are expecting as well. But anyway, Zone's going to close up once more. Yes! Goes down south. Team Luik are in the circle. Neon Rising are not. 4 portions alive with the numbers, but not in the circle. XTC lose 1 more. And Afro Esports are going to be looking to chase down that last player there. But RFT Esports are playing. I can't even say third party because it's not even their business. But they are taking the shots. Afro Esports going to be taking a whole lot of damage. 10-11 the same can be said about them as they find their exit. And they are back into the lobby. But Tribe Warriors continue on the rampage. 10 eliminations already. They are taking shots towards everyone in the circle. Vanguard feeling the heat. Afro Esports feeling the heat as well. As RFT Esports trying to find themselves more eliminations. Dodo, 1 elimination found so far, but looking for more. Spraying to the smoke, but cannot quite find any. Vanguard eventually fall. 8 eliminations. Sorry, make that 8 teams left. Afro Esports trying to just play by the smokes, but it can only hold them for so long. Chris and Swat needs to find a way out. Afro Esports can't be said about them as well. Shots coming in through 11 or make that skill. Looking for the shot. Can he get the bullet drop? Yeah. 1 more. But Afro Esports are taking so much shots. It is Tribe Warriors taking them out. 13 eliminations for Tribe Warriors right now. They've got such a position that they're holding. I said it, if you're looking to make it into that zone, anywhere close to Tribe Warriors, you are in trouble. And Dream Team are also in trouble as well, as they're having to fight up against Tribe Warriors and the side there of Hershey Sports. Storm having to lead Razzle and Dazzle in the middle of the zone. Take some shots. Zanagi falls. Monkey spotted as well. But man, from behind is going to be carried to find the shots. But it's not going to stop him anytime soon. Jarrod falls. Izanagi falls and Demon 666. The last player left to hold on the fort for Hershey Sports. Forced to go for a huge strat, but he can only stay prone. Stands up, tries to move, but he's going to get battered by shots from the left. It's going to be Team Lewick. No one else spots him. And 4 portions. They might be missing out on a deal here, but Hershey Sports needs to find a way in. 3 eliminations that they were able to get, definitely not enough. Tribe Warriors taking a couple shots as they lose 1. Demon takes some shots and finds Ace. Looking for the thirst with the last HP that he's got, but he's forced to heal. And he's forced back into the lobby as well. That elimination, we do not know if it will go over to him, but Hershey Sport falls. Tribe Warriors down to 1. But you know, even if they're down to 1, you cannot count them out just yet. As Touch looking for the shots up onto Rodo, but he's getting shot at from the side. Lewick coming through with the third party of the century. Touch down to his leader of HP. He's been found, and 4 portions sends him packing. 16 eliminations that they got. And it is nothing but a good game again for Tribe Warriors. RFT Esports, 5 eliminations that they've been able to get so far. We're down to the final 4 teams. And Reckless, he's trying to be as careful as possible. RFT Esports have only 3 man up, but they will try to work with it. Team Lewick still alive with all 4. And this is the point where you want to loot up and try to play this one as carefully as possible. The only place you can play on is the edge. The entirety of the center is occupied. 4 portions have a very strong spot, but it's not in the zone. Neon rising down to just the last player, and that guy, he has to show off his survival skills. Reckless staying behind for third party as RFT Esports Rodo going for the push-up. Since that is a little bit easy to get into that circle, but man, it is too good to be true. It's going to be Neon rising that guy to find that knock and that thirst. He doesn't even mind whether he's in the circle or not, he just wants that. And he's going to be taking more as RFT Sports don't stop him in his tracks. That guy gets into the vehicle. He's following them just right behind. Reckless finally brings out the gun and is going reckless with it as the shot starts to fly. That guy makes it behind the buggy. Can he survive? Slither of HP, the third party's imminent. Shots come through from top and 4 portions would send him packing. RFT gonna have to get that revive now as 4 portions lose 2 to wonderful grenades coming in through from the side of Team Lewick. RFT Sports Skills hears it. Does he want to go for the third party? It's not looking like it yet. He cannot pick too far. Grenades flying from Rizas looking for a knock, but cannot quite find any. As the barrage is onto the side of 4 portions. 4 portions not going to back down anytime soon. 2-man squad, but they're holding on strong. RFT might start to push in slowly. The zone not in their favor, RFT Esports. So they're going to eventually have to move. Smoke's going to be deployed. And Reckless trying to peek up. The QBZ is the weapon of choice. And last I remember, that is not a very good weapon if you're looking at long range. But in the hands of these players, it could be more than a threat. Labist on that south, looking for angles. 3 eliminations from Team Lewick. They need to take out the side of 4 portions. But 4 portions understand there isn't that much they can do. RFT Esports letting their lack of numbers. But that last player just letting it affect them. But that's grenades though coming through from Rodo, looks for shot. But cannot quite find it. Takes a headshot in return. And Reckless trying to see if he can take some shots up. 4 portions to understand what is going on, and they will not be making any more noise. Reckless takes some headshots to the head, and he's definitely living up to the name. RFT Esports now discombobulated, as we can see Skills looking through for a little bit of a flank. But Labist knows exactly where that player is. And Labist indeed is Labist, that I know. Team Lewick cannot allow that revive come through. 4 portions, being as quiet as ever. But Team Lewick knowing that they cannot take them out just yet. That little shack that they're holding, they've got no grenades. Team Lewick needs to move. Who do they want to push up to first? 4 portions would be a good option. But that zone is not really forcing them out. RFT Esports, it does look like they've gotten their revive. 3 players back up. Team Lewick playing this very carefully. Skills looking for a knock but cannot find it. And 4 portions understanding what they need to do. And I think Team Luik, if I were to be you, I would try to pop the tires of the players there from four portions. So that way they do not have a way into the circle. But Team Luik looking to go in through for a little bit of a drive through to find themselves a little bit more angles. But four portions that come through for the third party. Team Luik just driving around, and our T Sports is going to find La Beast. That is not the play, Team Luik. Our T Sports have found that first knock, and you know they would not sleep on it. But Sleepy Boy looking to welcome visitors. Grenades is going to do so much damage. But Luik, Sleepy Boy playing with his smokes. Looking for one, but cannot find. He falls. Luik La Beast is back on his feet. Wizards has to go up for a 1v2, but he's going to fall as well. La Beast is not getting third party, but he's going to go for the quick switch 180 to find the Afro Esports. But he cannot hold on against the side of RT Sports as they get a back-to-back winner chicken dinner. You love to see that one coming through from them. They stood their ground, they stood strong, and they said we will not be giving any bonus points to anybody today. Not too much in terms of eliminations, but they would get themselves yet another winner chicken dinner, and they are adding it to the tally back to back. They even get more points as well. First chicken dinner of the day, back to back chicken dinners as well. And I said they didn't get too much eliminations. Maybe I was yarning dust. That is 10 eliminations and a winner chicken dinner as well. I am not going to complain about that. 20 points in total. RFT Esports are looking to cook their way to the top. You love to see that one. 5 knockouts from Atarudo, and I did call him out in the middle of the game. I said if you want to catch up, you're going to need to do more eliminations. And 10-11 did go out early. So definitely you can continue on that chase. Maybe catch up to Crusader first, then we can start to discuss some more. 54 eliminations coming in through from this game. 59 knockouts. We got 60 players in the lobby, and Solid Army not quite pulling up for this one. 7,000 in healing. Was 1 vehicle elimination, 8 grenade eliminations. We did see a lot of grenade barrages come through, and this is something that I'm impressed to see. So I love to see that one coming in through from the team. And that is another way to continue today. That is one heck of a Miramar game, and it has set the tone for that Sandhawk game that we're about to get next. 3,100 from Tribe Warriors again. 2 games back to back with averaging at least 3,000 damage. Tribe Warriors. These are indeed warriors. 15 knocks, 16 eliminations that they got. Total points 19. And they went out early. Look at them dragging points with first place. God damn. All right. 4 eliminations there, as Grub is going to end himself as the MVP. I think he should have been the MVP in that first game because he played better. Or, well, he played good. He held his end well at the end. I guess that's why. I'm sentimental like that. But this game, he will get himself that MVP title. 4 eliminations that he was able to get. Touch following closely behind. And look at that. It's not just the limbs. The damage counts as well. Look at that. 1,300 damage is what is going to set him above Touch, who had just 1 more elimination than he did. And then top C from Tribe Warriors still heading. And look at that. Tribe Warriors for 1, 2, 3. 16 eliminations in 1 game. Bruh. Who's stopping them? RT Sports out there in 4th. Make that Rudo in 4th there, and Skills also making his way in. Just 2 teams dominating that leaderboard there with respect to the MVP. But anyway, March rankings. 20 points from RT Sports. Tribe Warriors getting 19. Team Luik putting 10 points up on board. I don't think this is the kind of points you guys are putting on board that is making you be top 5 in the top or the overall ranking. So you guys lock in. 4 portions already starting to put a couple more points up on board. 10-11 XTC going out early in this one. 6 eliminations that they were able to get. So just 6 points for the entirety of the game. Harsh Esports putting up numbers as well. Afro Esports 2 points. And look at that drop. Dream Team 2 points. Dark Knights 2 points. Angels of Death 2 points. 1 point for Vortex once more as they're averaging 1 elimination per game now. Love to see that one. But anyway, 13th Vanguard, Foul Play, Crown, 3 Crown Esports, and wow, on Solid Army with 0 points each. They are going to be our donut ambassadors for today. Overall players in total, not a mountain, not a mile to catch, but Rodo definitely has to do more in order to find or overthrow Amar on that MVP rankings. 4,900 damage from Amar. This man just keeps increasing those damage numbers. Like the closest person to him is not even 1,000 points behind him. He's more than 1,000 points in damage. behind him there. So that goes to show you just how well Amar has been playing so far. Rodo following behind with 15 eliminations as well. That sets him what? That's like 12 eliminations that he has to get in order to catch up to Amar. Can you get 12 eliminations in one game? And Amar has to get 0 as well. Well, we'll find out soon. 10-11 still increasing that gap, but Tribe Warriors catching up slowly and maybe even fast right now, because they are down to just a 12 point, make that a 13 points difference. RT Sports skyrocketing their way, 63 points already, making it into third. Neon Rising finding a way into fourth, just 45 points. They're not doing that much numbers. Neon Rising, I'm looking at the overall leaderboards. You need more numbers. Dark Knights, they seem to have fallen off in that Miramar game. I'm really hoping to see them again in Sandhawk. On Solid Army in 7th. Afro Esports in 8th with 30 points. Harsh Sports, Luik, foul play, dropping points, and they're finding themselves on the second side of the leaderboards. Dream Team following them behind. Angels of Death, 3 Crown as well, still in 14 points. 4 points in 6 games. 4 points in 6 games is not it. 3 Crown Esports. Lock in. Because this is not 3 Crown Esports that I know, and I do not think this is even how do I even explain this? All I just know is that you guys need to lock in. And speaking of locking in, we are going to lock in, watch a couple of highlights, and we'll be back for some more PUBG Mobile action on the map of Sandhawk. Do not go anywhere. We've got enough feed to show you, and we have got enough action coming your way as we are back in the NPL Season 8 league stages. Today is the last day of league stage, which means this is your last time, your last chance to make it into the league finals, or make that the rain split finals. But without wasting too much time, it was a rainy day here in Sandhawk, but we've got clear skies as we hover across over the beautiful map of Sandhawk with what seems to be like a plain path that we do not give too many about. But we are going in from that western edge, going up all the way from that north down towards the southern edges of Bantai. And we're starting to see players hop off the plane, trying to find a way into what seems to be, oh my god, that nigga's that dude has a carpet, and that is cool. That is cool. But anyways, one thing that is not cool is you guys in the chat. I want to see what teams you guys are here for. But anyway, trying to see everyone make their way into the zone. Everyone is trying to hop off the plane. I don't. Where is Ecstasy? Where is Ecstasy? There's only 15 teams in the lobby. Ah, Ecstasy is not in the game. Let me not call them what I want to call them. But Ecstasy, get in here. Ecstasy, I was told, actually, I'm just getting news from Ecstasy's camp. I'm being told that Bego is allergic to bugs. So they cannot make it into the map here of Sandhawk. The bug spray finished like yesterday, which is why they're not able to be here today. So that Dami, I totally sorry, make that Bego, I totally understand. Yeah, he's allergic to the bugs, and Sandhawk, the grass, the bushes. There's a lot of bugs available, and he's not that kind of player as well. And I'm also hearing that Amar is in the background saying he's trying to see if anyone's gonna catch up to him. So, Rodo, I'm definitely sending you that message. I'd like to see if you will be able to catch up to him. But anyway, Sandhawk has deployed us and has dropped us in our different drop locations. Boot camp completely empty. Looks like everyone's going to be respecting that drop. And I like the fact that it's now in the map of Sandhawk that everyone is respecting drop location. How ironic. How ionic. So much ions. But anyway, I guess different strokes for different folks. So well, people play this game differently. So I'm not going to really fault them too much. But anyway, everyone does seem to be settled now in the circle. The circle is a eastern one. I don't know why west has been coming to my mouth, and I hope we get. I don't want the western zone in Vikendi. But anyway, it is an eastern circle. Everyone is relatively close to it, or even in the circle. Just a couple teams find themselves on the outskirts. Neon Rising being one of those teams. We normally see Neon Rising around the ruins area, but right now they do seem to be more on the outskirts. I'm looking forward to seeing if they'll be pushing up onto them. On Solid Army are in how all by their lonesome this time. They might be pushing up closer to the side of RFT. Hopefully they're able to take out RFT Esports and get themselves more points, bonus points. If RFT Esports wins this next game, do they get more bonus points? Is there points for back to back to back? There has to be. There has to be. Yeah, there has to be points for back to back to back. But anyway, on Jamrot Carry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name, but we'll call it Jamrot, or we'll probably call him Jam, or we'll call him Carry, given that he's driving a car. All right, Jamrot Carry from Jamrot Carry from Hershey Sports, looking to hold on the fort. 15 teams out here in the lobby, and I told you, just in case people didn't believe me on Solid Army, like I told you, it was just because they forgot sunscreen. Like that's why they did pull up the camp. Sanok is because of the box spray. Box spray finished, Bego and Amar are not quite able to be here because obviously that box spray is not there, and they were trying to get me one in the restaurant, in the grocery store where the plane had to take off. So as I always say, you have to be ready every time, get yourself locked in, but you don't be seeing them. Anyway, on the bridge is where we have a bit of trouble. Once again, Vortex, First Blood, they've gotten they have gotten the first blood. They've gotten the first elimination of the day. And now they're already starting to get taken out one by one. Oh, well, it doesn't look like they're alive. They're only taking knocks as they're getting revives again. Rogue is going to get revived. Oh, wait. What's happening? They're down to one. It's just going to be Lee. Oh, no. Team Luik. Come on, take him out. He's reviving. He's raising. I'm gonna let him survive. But anyway, it looks like Lee might just be able to get all the revives here. There's 2 more revives he has to get on the bridge, and it doesn't look like he can get taken out. But I think those things are they already see him. They see him already heading for that. And right now, the questions are going to start to fly. Is it worth it? He's going to need smokes, and he's got none. Trying to see if he can find a couple shots towards foul play, warding them up for foul play. Not going to let that one truly stop them. There's shots coming through from different angles, but Lee going to fall through in the vicinity. I think they can still see him. I think the revive, yeah, there we go. All right, Dream Team seems to have found players there from foul play. As foul play lose one player in station 0. And Vortex 4 AM able to get themselves the lead, at least going to be able to get out of dodge as well. That vehicle, he's got the loot. Wait, who took him out? Too sure odds. Finding that knock and foul play might have to capitalize on this one sooner than later. But Rogue trying to see if he can find a little bit of an off angle. PlayStation 4 standing outside, or well, he's just in the vicinity. He's got a vector in hand. It's been a minute since we saw that gun in action. When I see that gun, someone playing that gun, just one player comes to mind. And I'm really hoping that same player is the one that pops into everyone's mind. Let me know who that player is that pops into your mind when you see the vector being deployed. Or maybe I'm just an old guy. But anyway, foul play seems to have gotten a whiff of the position of a Rogue. And it's only a matter of time. I think they can isolate this player and take him out. But Rogue trying to play like a snake. He definitely has no allergies. That one for sure. PlayStation 4 trying to see if he can take some shots towards the remainder of the team there from Vortex. Bro, you know at this point you can stand up and run. They won't hear you. Maybe he's covered by the blow now. But Nyx does get uprooted. And I think Rogue should be here actually. Man, this dude's camera's angle is just turning and testing my eyes. Turning and pressing my eyes. Anyway, Dream Team though, going for the full send onto the side of Vanguard there as 2 Boogie. He's going to be the recipient of the visitors there. And here comes Dream Team again for the drive-by. Shots coming, collect. Anyway, Dream Team gonna have to fall broke. Van trying to see if he can help here as Vanquish. Also trying to see what they can do in this vicinity. But Sad from Dream Team is gonna lead the charge with the push. Going in through, trying to see if he can find a knock. Applying some more pressure. That's a beautiful grenade coming in through from Jax. You saw the hit marker, but they are not committing to that one. I don't know why. Necessarily do not know why. Sad knows the position of 2 of them. There we go. The Molotov is going to be there to find Quish, and Ela now trying to see if he can hold behind the edge of the rock. But they know exactly where that player is. And here comes Dream Team. One player falls. Looks for the shots. FTP mode is going to take him down. As Vanguard find themselves losing player in the blink of an eye. Dream Team with a drive-through. Surviving that one. All 4 players still alive. 3 eliminations that they have so far. And that is going to be one way to get started on the map here of Sandhawk. 3 Crown Esports finding themselves in the barn area of the map. They've not really been that team that we know them to be. And I can see a lot of people in the chat as well admitting to that. And now, between Vanguard, actually guys, let's go for a poll in the chat. Vanguard or Vortex? Who is going to go out first? Who's going to be first blood? Let me know. You guys let me know who's going to be the first blood in this game. If there's any mods that are active, run the poll at this point. Who is going to be first blood? Vanguard or Vortex? I got to let you know. Vortex did get themselves the first blood in this game, so there's high chances that they will be first blood. We didn't see that in the map of Miramar, but it was close. Yeah. But anyway, we move. Vanguard. Torrid is going to be the last player left, activating his JC strat as we see him down in the grass. Trying to observe the nature. Anyway, 3 Crown Esports having to deal with the side of Harsh Esports. Shotcher! Archer is still alive. I've seen Fila getting 2 eliminations, and Harsh Esports activating that throttle as quickly as possible. That JP card. It's going to be Quila to get himself 2 eliminations. And who is Nexus on this team? Is Nexus still on the team? Or is Nexus not just playing today? Maybe that's why 3 Crown is not playing well, because I don't know. It's this is not the 3 Crown that anyone knows, you know. And you start to wonder what exactly is going on. Maybe they're hiding strats, playing quite unseriously, so that in the finals they'll just come and boom, shock everybody with the banger. But as I said, they are not in that top four, so they need these points. Else they are going to survival stage. And as I said, it seems like you're playing against the survival stage. Huh. Huh. That is all I'm gonna say. Anyway, 15 teams left. Well, we started with 15 teams. 46 players is all we've got left. Udua is not going to leave his son alone, so you're going to have to get used to it. I didn't even know you could get on this roof. And that's why these ones they are the ones playing, not me. Zone closing up. And we are about to get what seems to be the second zone shift of the day. And it does close up quite nicely. It's still quite central. Everyone's still close to each other. Not too many people finding fights. I don't expect to see too much rotations yet. Everyone is still in that circle. I don't think anyone really has to move. Hashi Sports does have to move, but everyone else does still have quite a good and solid position. Now, you do know that there's a couple teams that their hands is already scratching them, because you just want those healings. But anyway, Dream Team will be one of those teams with scratchy and itchy fingers as we see them pulling through. But Jack's gonna get uprooted from that vehicle. Peter forced to stop and forced to fall as he goes down. Dream Team on the losing end already as they lose one more. Storm trying to see if he can go for a little bit of an off angle. Still remaining alive, but 4 portions they still cannot let down yet. Storm finds one more knock, but the grenade is sexy from aimbot to find him down. Dream Team down to the last player inside. He's got a burning vehicle and he's trying to make it work. Revives up onto Storm might look to be the play, and that indeed is the play, but that burning vehicle is going to cause so much attention. 4 portions are going to be able to grab their revives. They're back on their feet. 2-man squad so far. Regioso not quite getting revive just yet as more grenades start to fly. Storm gets that revive up, or make that side getting that revive up onto Storm. And Sad has got grenades to play with. He's tossing them out to the side, but cannot quite find any aimbot. Looking for that revive, but shots come through from the side as he's able to find Sad. Goes a little bit more to the right, but cannot quite find more. Make that 4 portions. Trying to get that revive back up as Regioso currently being saved. Now Dream Team having to deal with third parties. RFT Esports, Sad falls. And Storm down to a sliver of HP. 4 portions do not like that at all. And they'll be looking to return the favor. Baby on the top of the roof. Doesn't quite get spotted by aimbot just yet. But Dream Team eventually are falling one after the other. Vanguard Esports was first blood, by the way. So if you voted Vanguard Esports, you won this round. 4 portions. 2 eliminations that they've got so far. And 2 players to hold on the forts. They've got a vehicle, and they understand that they need to get out of the dodge as quickly as possible. Ace does fall once more. Ace last player left. That's Field looking for shots, and he's gonna find it. 4 portion, lose one more. We're still hearing shots come through from everywhere else, but everyone else is far from each other. Unsolid Army still in docks. Kampong is still being occupied by the side of Dark Knights. We did see a bit of Tribe Warriors on the elimination feed, but they're down there on the south with some of the players there from 3 Crown Esports. Look forward to see how they'll play. They've got Afro Esports also in their vicinity, within their reach. But man, I'm really looking at this position being held by Afro Esports, man. They might get third party soon. They might actually get third party soon because Luik is just right behind them, and behind Luik is foul play. And then there's now Dream Team and 4 portion on the other side. I mean, Dream Team and 4 portion are down to like solos, but nonetheless, your life is still going to be very hard when the bullet starts to fly. There comes the shots, and I do not know who Demon thinks he is. But down he falls, and Archie Sports go out quite early. We are down to 13 teams left in the lobby. There's nobody up there again, Dark Knights. Find your way into the zone. Jeez. Zone's about to close up once more. This time, Sandhawk, 5 seconds. What have you got for us? That's the question that I've got in mind. Just like to see that zone shift, and it does go down towards the south. It is a nasty circle because you've got Quarry in there. I know many of these teams do not like to play in the quarry, but what more can you do? 13 teams left to play it out, tough it out in the circle. And this is where we might start to lose players. Tribe Warriors find themselves in the center of the circle, and everyone else finds themselves around the edge. Three Crown Esports, somewhere close to that center as well, but Foul Play is who we've got our attention on, as it does look like they're taking the work. They are taking the fire towards the side of Louis. Make that team Louis. Does anybody in the chat knows what the word Louis means? Is it an abbreviation? Or is it a word? I think it's an abbreviation. It sounds like an abbreviation. Let me know in the chat, guys. But anyway, more movement is assured. Foul Play trying to find a way in. They are not in the circle right now. I don't seem to see them having vehicles. Too short. You know, if they're going to knock you, they will knock you. All this movement they are moving, they will still knock you. Yeah? They're locking. Run straight. Keep your gun. Or maybe don't keep your gun. Hold your gun so that you can do at least attempt to return fire. Just attempt it. But anyway, we still keep moving. We still keep moving. Dream Team still holding out to their forts, but once again, they are down to just one player. We've got quite the number of solos as well. Yeah, we've got quite the number of solos in the map right now. And the map is still quite big. And this is where it starts to get, funny, because I'm just like, 10-11 Ecstasy is not even in the lobby. And we do know that those guys, whenever they see the map of Sandhawk, they are locked in, they are tapped, and they are going to absolutely do the damage. And they're not in the lobby right now, and the lobby is already starting to get this scanty already. Myanmar kind of feels like Sandhawk, But anyway, RFT Sports on a back-to-back chicken dinner right now. Can they make it a turkey? That's a question we've got in mind. As you see them just holding on that northern edge, looking to infiltrate as well from that northwestern edge. And this time, all they've got in their way is two different solos, or two solos from two different teams, in Aimbot and Storm from Dream Team. Neon Rising also somewhere in the vicinity. But RFT Esports, they seem to know how to play quite carefully. We've seen them get two chicken dinners based off of that. Can they keep on? Can they keep on keeping on? That's the question we've got in mind. Unsolid Army finally joined us in the circle, as we see them really pushing it from that eastern side. I mean, the zone was not too far off from where they landed in Lakawi. So they right now are just finding their way in. Already started to expend some smokes. Trying to play it safe. You have to see that one, and we enjoy such plays coming through from these teams. But anyway, Unsolid Army already starting to find themselves in a little bit of a pinch, as it's going to be Dark Knights looking to take the shots towards them. 48-64, looks for a flank. Is it going to be enough? Trying to watch his sides, as 4 portions, we lose them to the side of RT Esports. And as I said, RT Esports only had 2 solos standing in their way, and that circle. Grenades from nobody, or from no name, starting to fly out now, but none to find. And zone about to close once more again. And this is the zone that kind of determines how nasty this is gonna be. It's gonna be nasty. Oh, this is a quarry finish. Oh, this is about to get crazy. Tribe Warriors holding a very strong position. I would have loved to say the same about Afro Esports, but they can only see so much. But then that's the thing. I was going to say Tribe Warriors, the position they're holding, the high ground, they can get third party from there, but they are holding the high ground as well. They've been playing so impressive, to be honest. And anyway, I'll see how they're going to play this one out to the end, and maybe there's anyone who will be able to stop them. I think RT Esports wants to go for clear everyone else, because they've won. To be honest, that is what I would say RT should do. Clear everyone else. Whatever you do, don't rush into the quarry. Go everywhere else and take out everybody else. Then I'll start reasoning I can get into the quarry, because getting into that quarry is nasty work. And then we're going to start to see everyone heading in there. Tribe Warriors are going to be the ones to welcome the visitors, and RFT Esports, make that Tribe Warriors are looking to get started quite all right, as Foul Play lose 1, make that 2, as they make their drive into the circle. Station trying to drive away, but Surgery might just be able to catch him in his sight, as we see Grop taking a couple more shots, but cannot find any. If you're trying to make it into the circle from the angle that Tribe Warriors are holding, you are in trouble. Afro Esports trying to splice and put in those third-party shots. Foul play falls, and Neon Rising might just be next in line as they're starting to take a couple shots from the side of Afro Esports, and Squash's bullets are right on the money. That guy falls. And whoa, that is an interesting angle coming in through from Tribe Warriors top C. Sends out the Molotov. He says, I'm not going to be thirsting you with my hands. Another one to fly for more of the players there from Angels of Death. As you can see, top C trying to hold along onto his stone storm. He's expecting that grenade. Takes a couple shots. The grenade flies, but cannot quite find the knock dust yet. Eric trying to see if he can hold down the fort, but Tribe Warriors, finally, reinforcement is here. Angels of Death feeling the heat, and this is just two players pushing up onto their position here. What a play, Tribe Warriors. And then they've got Grop on the heel. I hope they're not biting off more than they can chew, because it looks like they're handling like 2 to 3 different teams on their, by their lonesome. But anyway, RT Sports losing players one after the other as Neon Rising are starting to show them a little bit of pepper. And Reckless is still alive. Skills is still alive as well. But they need to start to make these moves. Tribe Warriors also trying to play scouts, trying to clear out the edges, make sure there's no one on the outskirts, because they understand how nasty this circle can be. You cannot play in that quarry at all. There's a whole chunk of the zone that is unplayable, but Neon Rising really wants those placement points, or make them those bonus points as they continue to send the shots towards the side of RT Sports zone. About to close once more. How nasty can it get? Even more. 3 Crown Esports are the only team in the circle, and that's the only playable place in the circle. Everyone else now has to move. Dream Team goes out in the meantime. Tribe Warriors realize what is going on, and now they would lock in on anyone in their vicinity. They know RT Sports is in the background, and they want RT Sports. And look at how much they're fighting for that guy. Oh, I'm gonna take my horse on the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Tribe Warriors getting out of there as quickly as possible, prioritizing other parts of the map. As we see the horsemen just pulling in, but Afro Esports, they're not getting stopped anytime soon. Or well, they're not looking to get stopped anytime soon. No eliminations so far, as eliminations are getting stolen. But Tribe Warriors focus on the side of Dark Knights now. A lot of teams in their vicinity. General looks for one and he does fine. Looks for two and he might find two as well. The DBS shots coming in through, not enough to connect. Surgery. Why are you not going for that first? Afro Esports looking for more shots, and Neon Rising fall. Down they go. RT Esports are down to 1 in Skills, who is in the center of the circle. 3 Crown Esports are close to him, but that zone is too strong for Dark General to stay alive. We are down to 8 teams. RT Esports still alive with 2. And we lose Dark Knights in the meanwhile. But man, RT Esports trying to hold on to their 4. 3 Crown Esports have caught a whiff of them in their vicinity, and they're taking the shots. Tribe Warriors now down to just Touch, who might have to deal with the entirety of Unsolid Army, who are just rounding his position out there on that eastern side. But Touch is going to find the first knock and the first thirst to go down. Unsolid Army are down by 1. Touch is trying to hold down the fort. He's looking for more. DPS in the end is going to find yet another. In the blue zone, is not helping matters. The squad wipe is there, has Touch. 6 eliminations. And I said it. Tribe Warriors, even if they are down to 1, you cannot count them out. But this might be the end of his campaign. He needs to get into the circle, and that is a whole journey. 3 Crown Esports have heard that noise, and they know they want a little bit of the trouble. Afro Esports, though, going for a very courageous play here as they've gone into the quarry. The zone has moved us into the quarry. Touch has got 1 smoking vehicle to work with, and he is driving his way into Calvary. He's not getting stopped. He makes it into the quarry, but is that the right play? Smokes gonna need to be deployed heavily. Afro Esports are in the vicinity. He still has a little bit of time, but they're about to go nade for nade. Touch Me's position has been spotted. There is no way he doesn't see him. He sees him, and that grenade is good. Touch needs to do something else. Molotov's currently being prepped, but he's gonna get found and spotted by 3 Crown Esports from the background, and Tribe Warriors fall in the 3rd game of the day. 4 teams left. 3 Crown Esports might they be finding their momentum. Quila seems to be the only one in the game. Shotcher still alive. And we're starting to see more plays coming through as Angels of Death lose 1 more. Afro Esports, 2 players left, but they are holding on the fort. Angels of Death fall, and 3 Crown Esports needs to make a move. But 3 Crown Esports just has to stay quiet. They cannot focus on Afro Esports right now. RFT Esports are still alive. They might be able to sweep this away. Oh, Queen has been spotted, or Make That Devil has been spotted on the side. Squash is going to be the one to find the knock. 3 Crown Esports, what are you doing? He just got knocked in that position. Squash finds 2. And 3 Crown Esports are throwing. RFT Esports might actually go home with this chicken dinner, but man, what a play from Afro Esports. 7 eliminations so far. And Squash, he's not letting it go. Skills looking to infiltrate that position being held by 3 Crown Esports. A shot here. Still the last one left for that team. Oh no. 3 Crown Esports going from the team that looked the strongest to now down to just 1. Shot here. He hears them down, but he cannot do much. The quarry is a nasty place to be. And what is going to even be more nasty is Arab. Oh no! Shot you! What? What am I watching? All right, that settles the score. 3 Crown Esports are going to be gatekeeping their points. RFT Esports finds the first knockout to Squash. Oh no! Might this be a back to back to back to back? Oh, they're taking these shots. What is down to a sliver of HP? They know RFT Esports. Rodo needs to get his HP back up. Skills, he's still alive. These are 2 strong players there from the side of RFT Sports to still be left alive. And Rodo spotted him, and it's a back to back to back. RFT Sports, what are you on? It's a turkey. What are you on? No, no way. We have not just seen this happen. There is no way we are witnessing this. RFT Esports with a back to back. They're like, anything concerning points today, give it to me. Wow. 8 eliminations and a chicken dinner. It doesn't even matter how many eliminations. The bonus points are making up for it. Wow. You gotta give them their kudos. 3 eliminations from Rodo, 4 from Skills, Creed with 1. Bruh. What? Nah. What? What? That's a turkey. 53 knockouts, 51 eliminations. Not as much healing here on the map of Sandhawk. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Not many grenade elims as we've got just 1. 18 assists as well. And 1 vehicle elimination. What a chaotic map we have just witnessed. But what is even more chaotic is the day generally. RFT Esports have been unstoppable. They've not dished out any points. They say no. This should even count as them taking themselves out. And they should give them the bonus points for taking themselves out. And this is the first time in the head-to-head that we're not seeing Tribe Warriors. Afro Esports and RFT Esports instead would be the ones battling this one out with damage numbers very, very close to each other. Squash from Afro Esports definitely going to be the last player left, or well, the MVP, as he played so well. He seemed to be the only one who was locked in for his team, and indeed he was putting those damage numbers. They finished with 7 eliminations and he got 6 out of 7. You love to see that one, and all 6 eliminations he got were his, as he got those knocks down. And man, just 67 pieces of 67 points in healing, and that just goes to show you how careful this man was playing. MVP for the day, for the game, well deserved. You love to see that one coming in through. But man, what a game! What a game! 3 Crown Esports, I do not know what that play was. There was no reason to sway towards that right. And one player just got spotted there. Why is the other player going there? And anyway, Tribe still having players up here in that top elimination or top players for the game. Squash with 6 elimination, 800 damage in number 1. Tribe Warriors Touch Me is going to be second with 6 eliminations as well, but not as much damage. Skills, 4 eliminations. Quila, 4 eliminations. And General also getting himself 4 eliminations for the side here of Dark Knights. But man, what is going on? What are we witnessing here? RFT Esports 18 points in total, but best believe they will be getting more than that, because this is back to back to back. You love to see that one. But anyway, Afro Esports getting themselves 13 points. Tribe Warriors not backing out with any points at all, as they get 10 to their name, Three Crown Esports, in what seems to be their most vibrant game of the year, or sorry, of the day, really. Getting themselves 9 points in total. Angels of Death with 7 points, Dream Team with 5, and Rising with 4. Not enough points. Vortex getting themselves even more than their normal average of 1 point per game. This time they are able to finish with 4 points, 2 for placement and 2 for elims. Talk about movement. And Amar is somewhere just smiling and just saying, that was your chance. That was your chance, and you might have blown it. 7 eliminations. He still has the lead with 27 elims. Touch Me has drawn closer with 20. Rodo no longer, well, still in the chase. But Rodo, you're gonna have to lock in. You're gonna have to lock in. You know, Touch can get 7 eliminations in this Vikendi game, but you're gonna need more than that. So I think I'm gonna switch my attention to Touch. Touch, help me catch Amar. But man, Squash, 14 eliminations as this is made his way in here, and Crusader, one way or the other, still remains. And Tribe Warriors have closed the gap. 10-11 not showing up in Sandhawk is going to open that space, and Tribe Warriors get themselves 82 points as they've been able to accrue more points in this game. RT Esports with 81 following. Oh, RT! Okay. And that is exactly what 3 Chicken Dinners does to you. 3 flipping chicken dinners, and they find themselves in 3rd position, 4 points behind 1st place. And if they do another, in fact, you know what? It's only right. It is only right. The script is, you know what? We'll talk about the script soon. But anyway, Neon Rising in, wow, look at that space. Like, Neon Rising, I don't even know how far RT was from Neon Rising before the game started. But man, Neon Rising still being 40 points, well, maybe not 40, 31 points. I don't know if I'm doing my math right. But you know, normal amount of points, but like there's a number of points between themselves and RT. That's like a whole lot of a whole difference. My math is not mathing right now, but anyway, 81 points for RT, 49 for Neon Rising. It just goes to show you where that difference is. But Dark Knights out there in 5th position, following closely with 47 points. 4 portions. Afro Esports on Solid Army still up here, but they've not quite been able to breach that 40 point mark just yet. Foul Play dropping numbers. Same thing can be said about Ash. Dream Team, they're putting numbers up on board, but you can tell that it's definitely not enough. 13th is going to be none other but Angels of Death and 3 Crown Esports. Even despite giving themselves 9 points in this game, is still not enough to push them away from 14th position, as they still hold that one going into the next game of the day. But leaderboards right now, it is very top heavy. Top 4 is still, you can still fight for that, but you need to put in a whole lot of points. But man, I have just witnessed 3 wonderful games right now, and I love to see that one. But I said I was going to talk about the scripts. The only right script is that RT Esports wins the final game of the day. While going into Vikendi, can RT Esports actually get themselves 4 chicken dinners in one day here in the NPL League stages? We will find out just right after the break. sir. Active, active, active. Energy, 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 energy. That is what we've got. Once again, it's Monster Energy. Gonna be the one bringing us the energy here for the NPL Season 8. Partnered out here with 10N80 Carbon as well. Give them a special shout out for sponsoring. And you know the vibes. We're about to get into the games. And you know, as production said, production knows it. I know it, and I hope you yourself already know it, that we're about to get into the fourth and final game of the league stage. It's going to be none other but the map of Vikendi. I have not seen Vikendi in a hot minute. You see what I did there? But I've not seen Vikendi in a while, and we're about to see yet another game of Vikendi. I know Vikendi is one of those very slow start, and then as we head towards the end, it starts to get a little fun. But I'm really hoping not to see a lot of solos in this game. I know that's one thing that everyone's looking for. There is a bounty on RT Esports. Can anyone go for that bounty? Going into the final game of the day, we have all players locked and all teams locked and loaded. 16 teams in the lobby right now. No one forgot anything. Everyone was able to grab their jackets right in time. I was there to borrow some of the players there from Neon Rising, Aboniki as well. I was told there were some players as well in our team who needed Aboniki, so I had to send it their way. Dropped a couple rob with the side of 1011 Ecstasy as well, just so they can hold the body. But that being said, I hope you are ready as well. Grab your popcorns, grab your drinks. It's about to be a movie. RT Sports are still on the plane, and they are looking to be one of those teams to get down at the extreme end. It looks like they might have friends, and I think someone else wants the bounty. The last time a team tried to take the bounty off of RT Sports' head, or well, tried to take the bounty on their head, they ended up RT Sports were able to respectfully leave there. And look at them just landing down here. They've seen multiple parachutes, and now they know they have company. But speaking of company, we have company in other parts of the map. Peshkova is where all of this, or well, not all of this. This is Trevno, where we have Afro Esports and RT Sports. But Peshkova is also another hot drop. And Villa, of course, you know you cannot. It's never a game in Vikendi without a Villa fight. Goroka is still empty. Quite interesting not to see that there is some. Quite interesting to see that there is no team out there in Goroka, and we do get a northern shift. You know, I miss the time that Vikendi usually had zones that ended in water. You know, and I don't know if it's still possible to get those kinds of zones, but I would appreciate one right now. So thank you. Three Crown Esports putting up with just two players this time, and they have to ward off the side there of Vortex here in. You guys, I swear you can't make this up. First blood has come through a grain, and guess who got the first blood? It is the side there of V4M. It's gonna be none but Vortex. So actually, there should be a prize for Vortex. To be honest, I feel like they tried. Every game that was played today, they got the first elimination of the day. They got first blood, and this time they did not go out as the first team, or they not the first team to go out. They were not the first team to go out. The reason why I'm laughing is because I was looking forward to seeing Three Crown Esports work off of the momentum they just had in that Sandhawk game. Given that they were able to get 9 points up on board, I was thinking, okay, maybe they might be able to lock in and get this one done. But man, they happen to be the team to go out first. So that is going to be all for Three Crown and their chances. We know for sure Three Crowns sealed. They will be in survival stage alongside the rest of these teams. But anyway, grenades coming out as Team Vanguard looking to form up onto the side there of Vortex. And is it not crazy that the bottom three teams in the lobby landed in the same place? Collusion, I call it. Because Three Crown, Vanguard, and Vortex 4 a.m. landed in the same place. Jojo, please knock this guy out. There is no way. Thank you. Quick knock has been found. Vanguard using yet another player. And there comes the fire. Shots are found. One player found out. Aussie down! Sweet like vanilla. And that was a play and a half coming through from the side of Vanguard. And look at that. 14th place got taken out by 15th place. 15th place got taken out by 16th place. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. This is a script, and we are living by the script. We are following the script. That being said, Dream Team, questionable plays pull their hand. And when you see team that has, like when you see questionable plays, just pull their hand. Dream Team. If they are like mad. But anyway, Dream Team, seeing the way things are going, I do not know even if a miracle can still save them here. But I believe Dream Team is also one of those teams that we will be seeing in the survival stage to try to find their way into the finals of this rain splits. I'm just gonna confirm that I'm not in dust. Dream Team, Dream Team. Yep, definitely, definitely. Yep, yep. Yep, yeah, definitely, yeah, GG. Nah, Dream Team, yeah, definitely, yeah, Dream Team going into survival stage for sure. 10-11 Ecstasy, I believe this is they're good to go. They're good to go. They will be in the finals already. They have to be in the top four one way or the other. They already had 105 points with 55 points difference between themselves and Harsh Sports and Foul. Yeah, definitely, no one's catching them, bro. Or maybe no one's catching them. Like right now over here, they already have like what 85. Yeah, GG, bro. Anyway, 10-11 XTC, we're definitely going to see them in the finals. This time, Yo-Yo Trader has been told to sit back. I was saying it that, like, bro, we put Abone Q, but Trader said he's still cold, bro. So, yeah, Winter Jacket didn't quite help him. So, he's not going to be here for that final game of the day. On Solid Army, though. Ooh, okay. On Solid Army going for the trade, and now that's two players down. But there's one revive that Angel of Death has been able to find. UA, no name, gonna be able to find one knock there. And Jay. Oh, is that the same Jay? It might be the same Jay as Azarel. Just find yet another knock on Solid Army. Did get the trade. Why is no name not shooting that guy? Jay falls eventually. And no name's gonna try to see if he can grab that revive there. 8. Azarel still alive, but he's going to get found by some of the players there from Hershey Sports, and it's going to be Carrot. Oh, sorry, make that carry. Jamrot carry to 4. 88, not going to be very close to his teammates, and he's not going to be able to grab that revive on Solid Army now. Still playing this one quite slowly. Hershey Sports is in the vicinity. It's never that deep, bro. Just pushing. Yeah, like you knocked him there. You didn't hear any footstep, bro. Just push. 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 Anyway, 10-11 out there in Zabava, 4 portions out there in Trevno, if I'm not reading that place wrongly. Foul play just somewhere outside in the outskirts. Dobromestro is being held by the side there of Neon Rise in Dream Team. We know them to land on the south, and they are currently on that southern side of the map, just on the outskirts of Milnar. Vanguard are the survivors of Villa, and they're just making their way out. Team Luik, just on the outskirts of Goroka right now, looking for a way into the circle. Coal mine's currently empty, and we've got Tribe Warriors driving around the outskirts of Mount Kresnik and Port Vosto with Unsolid Army. You're watching right now, making their graceful exits out of Peshkova. They have counted and they have, or they're licking their wounds and just counting their losses right now as they get out of Dodge. They do not want too much trouble. I believe the same thing might be said about RT Esports, who are currently being held on the lockdown by the side there of Afro Esports up there in where did they land again? Was it Trevno? Yeah, they are the ones in Trevno. Milnar, I think that's where the other guys are. But anyway, yeah, Trevno currently being held by RT Esports, and it looks like Afro Esports are starting to find vehicles and are getting out of Dodge. Angels of Death find themselves back into the lobby, and you already know without me saying it, those 3 teams that are back in the lobby definitely will be in the survival stage. So be sure to keep an eye out for them, and I'm really hoping and sending them good luck trying to make it out of that survival stage, because then once again I'm saying it, there are some of these teams that you do not want to try to be making it out of the survival stage with them. But anyway, 4 portions finding themselves in a little bit of trouble, and it does look like we might be heading over there real soon. 4 portion currently seated and relaxed just on the outskirts of Zabava-ish. But we do see foul play also coming in through for a little bit of third party up there in the center of the circle. We're looking forward to getting eyes on that fight real soon. 10-11 are in the vicinity as well. Vikendi is not the biggest of maps. And RT Sports, RT Sports actually getting started with the side of Afro Esports. 4 portions still losing 1 more. But man, I really want to see the RT Sports fight with Afro Esports. As RT Sports lose 1, it's going to be reckless falls. It's still a knock right now. But right now, we are in foul play. Another RT Sports. Can we see RT Sports? But that's a beautiful grenade from PlayStation 4 onto Team Luik. It is looking bubbly down here as more shots are starting to fly. Razors goes for a little bit of a trade, but man, Team Luik looking to stand strong. Foul play. needs to make a play here. 4 Portions trying to get their injuries healed right now. They're trying to get those knocks back up. RFT Esports are able to get all players back on their feet. So Afro Esports, you might have to lock in. Afro Esports are still down by 1. Team Louis trying to hold on to that defense. And foul play, really looking to breach. But 4 Portions find that first knock. Lapiste falls. And there he goes, down and out. Shots coming in through from the top of the hill. Team Louis find themselves in danger. User falls. 4 Portions finding them in a pinch. And foul play also finds their way into the vicinity. Shots flying through. And RFT Esports still alive as a full squad. 4 Portion down by 1. Make that 2 as another player does get knocked. 4 Portions. Or make that Afro Esports. They're finding the knocks. RFT Esports, are you holding up? Yes, they are, but they're still down by 1. Can we see Afro Esports? Please. Afro Esports losing Neo. Creed. Can they do it? Neo is down. Afro Esports, they still have 3 players up, but they're low on HP. Please, production, take me to Afro Esports. Ah, no. Afro Esports, please. With ART, they're in the blue zone right now. Oh, yes, thank you. All right, SWAT still alive. Afro Esports has a full squad. Uh-oh, Solid Army is in the vicinity. Uh-oh. Well, he's going to get spotted. Who's going to claim it? Oh, it's going to be RFT Esports to claim that elimination. Uh-oh. Afro Esports, they've got vehicles, and I do not know if they want this fight. I don't know if they know it is RFT Esports as well. Oh, no, Creed has been spotted. Down he falls. Go for the 3. Sprite Boy, what are you doing? But Afro Esports, they're not looking to capitalize. RFT Esports are going to grab the revive again. And now they're getting into the vehicles. He's anticipating that move coming in through. Shots flying. They're in the blue zone. RFT Esports. RFT Esports, are they going to win? The script, how real is the script? But here comes the full send. Uh-oh, Afro Esports lose 1. Neo falls first. But that's going to be the return knock. Creed has not healed off enough HP. And Swartz is just outside. It's a 1v1 on there. He's got a grenade there, Swartz, trying to see if he can load it into the building. Creed is down. Afro Esports, RFT Esports understand that they can't move because Pride Boy's position up there is paramount. But Rodo does get spotted by Squash on the side. Skills is the last player left to hold on the fort. Oh, well, Skills and Creed, I guess, but Creed does fall as well. Reckless, are you still alive? Yes, he is, but for not long, or not for long. Skills is going to be able to grab that revive up onto Rodo. But the blue zone is not helping matters. They've got bandages to work with, 27. But man, this is a tough spot. RFT Esports, it's only right for them to win the back. They're about to win all the games, but grenades now are getting prepped. Squash knows exactly what he's looking at. And Neo is prepping it for the door. They hear it. RFT Esports and Skills has got grenades by himself as well. Rodo survives. But man, I have no idea why Afro Esports are going on the flank. RFT Esports lose Rodo again. Skills sends a grenade out and he's going to be able to find one. Shotgun automatically deployed, but he gets spotted on the side. And Afro Esports get the bounty. They stop the script. And RFT Esports goes home with just the 1 point. But with their heads up high, they have had one heck of a day. And is it enough? 82 points. It's 82 points plus 48. That gives them 120 something. Is that enough to be in the top 4? That's the question I've got in mind. Tribe Warriors is there. 10-11 is there. RFT Esports might be in there. And that leads us to the question, who is that last team? That might just be up there. We wonder. But that zone about to close once more. And we didn't get to see that zone shift. But the zone is closing up. And I hope Vikendi does do his thing. Oh, he's taking out all the water. So we're definitely not seeing any water finish. but we will still be seeing a whole lot of trouble. Neon Rising looking to push up to the side of foul play. The shots or make that the intro damage being done. Molotov cocktails being deployed. Same thing can be said about Nate's PlayStation 4 on the floor, and he doesn't quite get spotted yet, but they know there is at least one player in that building. 2 grenades being done to his position. You don't survive that, but it's going to be off angles coming in through. Station 0 finds 1. Neon Rising down to just the one player, and it's going to be that guy to hold down the fort. Smoke's being deployed, but there's only so much he can do. As foul play, looking to grab their thirst. Wizard is down, and he does get thirsted. Neon Rising trying to hold down the forts, but the shots are coming in through. Station 5 or Station 0 has the off angle. That guy doesn't quite bring out the weapon in time, and he falls. Neon Rising's out. Neon Rising at 38 points. Plus 49. 50-51. That gives them 80. Is that enough? Does that keep them on the bubble or no? They were in 8th position, but RT Sports was right above them. So we know for sure RT Sports has to be in that top 4. The question is, who is that 4th team? Who is the 4th team? Tribe Warriors. I see them, and the only question I can just ask is, what do you guys have in store for me in this final game? Because they have been on fire. On fire is an understatement. They have been smoking hot, which is yet another understatement to how well they played today. And it's crazy that they've had such good games. 10-11 missed one game, and they've still not caught up to 10-11. Isn't that crazy? Nah. Afro Esports definitely getting themselves that bonus points. Is it enough though? Afro Esports? Yeah, definitely not enough. I think Afro Esports were there. Definitely. Afro Esports, we are seeing you guys in the survival stage. You are there. You are there. The question is, who is the 4th team? Foul Play still has a chance, because Foul Play is sitting down on the bubble. I know for sure Hashi Sports is out of there. Hashi Sports and Foul Play might not be. Actually, maybe Hashi Sports and Foul Play. This is tough. This is actually tough. Tribe Warriors have already gotten their first elimination. You know they're already off to a start. Off to a start. You know they're about to start. 10-11 XTC is still loading up on the north. And everyone is just, and this is the problem with Vikendi, you know, too many buildings. Everyone can get comfortable however they like, whenever they like, however they like. All right. Let's stop playing. Let's lock in. But yeah, the zone is about to close once more. I hope this is a wicked zone shift, man. Like, go to like Creatures or Goroka, actually. I would have, come on, Vikendi. You see, you guys, I think I know what's happening. Vikendi is trying to find its way back into competitive. So it's like, you know what? Let's be giving them fine zones, maybe like nice zones, you know, so that they would want to put. But that's not. We see, give us chaotic zone. I know somebody. I know somebody. Just give me the chaotic zone first, and I'll speak to that somebody that I know. And you make your entry back into professional gameplay. You know, Vikendi lock in. You know, next zone shifts, make it hard, make it tough, make this team sweat. Because right now, this next zone shift doesn't really require any of these teams to move. Harsh Esports is the only team that needs to get into the circle. Vanguard Esports are just cruising on the coastlines or worked out on the outskirts. Tribe Warriors in the center. Afro Esports somewhere in the center as well. Ecstasy are holding their split up on the north. Foul Play is on the western side. Dark Knights are somewhere on the south of the center. Or south of the center, yep. And Harsh Esports are on that eastern edge. So as I said, it doesn't really require anyone to move. Everyone is just going to be chill. Everyone is in that circle. But Tribe Warriors... And this is the problem with Vikendi. Because it's like, you're looking at Vikendi, you're like, this place that we have is such a good position. But we can push this guy that is down there and take him out. But then you just know that if you push down there, you're losing that position, that good position, and there's a high chance that another team would hold it. You know? So like, it gets hard to like, okay, especially in this kind of situation where there's nobody chasing them. They're in the zone. There's no blue zone or anything. So like, it is relatively tougher. But I've got my eyes on Foul Play and Harsh Esports. I think one of those two teams still have a chance. Dark Knights, 48 points so far. 48 plus 31. 70 something. Make that 80. Right? 79. If my math is right. I shall know it's close to 80. But is that enough? Is 80 points going to be enough? Neon Rising have more than 80 points. So that maybe Neon Rising is still in the top 4. It might have been. Oh, yes! Vikendi! Mark my words. You're going to make it back into. You see Rondo that they're playing? Forget about Rondo. You are going to make it into professional gameplay. Don't play. All right, the zone has moved. Afro Esports finding themselves on that northeastern edge. I feel bad for Afro Esports because they have to drive or pass through Tribe Warriors to make it into the zone. And as we've seen in the last 3 games, if you have to pass through them to make it into the zone, you might be cooked. You might just be tossed into the frying pan. But anyway, Dark Knights looking to get started with Harsh Esports on that south eastern edge. But the same thing can be said as Tribe Warriors start their fights onto the side of Afro Esports. Neo has got a grenade being prepped right now. Touch loading up that smoke a little too late, and Neo is going to give up on that grenade. Swash getting shot at from the side. It is a very long split being held by the side of Tribe Warriors. Dark. Wait, how? What is this split? Wow. All right, I see it now. Alrighty, Afro Esports though already getting that first casualty as Neo falls to the grenade from Tribe Warriors, and here they go. Touch. He's got a mission to get 7 eliminations in order to overtake Amar in that leaderboards. But Amar is still very much alive and healthy. But no eliminations to Amar just yet. But Touch, you really need to lock into those eliminations. And here comes Afro. Oh, wait. Who is Tribe Warrior pushing? Nobody. Nobody actually. That's interesting. Harsh Esports and Dark Knights are going at it though. They are out there on that southeastern edge, and it looks like Harsh Esports will be saying goodbye one after the other as they're losing more players as the seconds go. Dark Knights just holding down their forts, trying to see if they can prevent the third party, but Demon is going to find that first knock and an instant thirst as well onto HKK. And Dark Knights down to just the last player there in You Know Me. They need to get many points, Dark Knights. They cannot go out early in this game. Dark Knights, currently we're in second. No, actually not second. Dark Knights were 12 to 31 points. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, Dark Knights will be seeing you guys in survival stage. Yeah, GG. Zone moves. Tribe Warriors are in that zone. Ecstasy are making their entry into the circle. And you know Ecstasy is not that team to hear noise and keep quiet. Foul play is out. Harsh Esports is still alive. Can Harsh Esports be the one to maintain their position in the top 4? Or, wow. Yeah, because there's only space for one person in that top 4. So either Neon Rising has taken that spot, or Harsh Esports needs to do enough to tip Neon Rising. And Neon Rising, I believe Neon Rising is out of this game, yeah. So man, Harsh Esports, they really need to put the points up on board. They have 4 so far. Afro Esports on the top of the hill, or the top of the hill, are really going through it right now as they're getting knocked from the side. But Amar has been knocked. That changes things up. Touch is still alive with no eliminations. Touch, you need 7 elims. There's 21 players. I think that is still more than enough players. But man, Harsh Esports, Demon cannot quite hold up against 3 players rushing towards him, and he falls. Harsh Esports is out. Was it enough? It's definitely not enough. I think Harsh Esports, we are seeing you in survival stage as well. But does that mean Neon Rising made it? Does that mean RT made it? I think no, RT made it for sure. But Neon Rising, have they made it? Can anyone else still tip Neon Rising out of there? Afro Esports are still alive, but I can say they are barely alive. As Tribe Warriors now are in the vicinity. They've heard that noise and they are tired. 10-11 Ecstasy are coming in through. Amar has been tested, so that MVP spot is open if you want it. Bego, still alive. 0 eliminations for 10-11 Ecstasy so far, but Squash has seen he has a grenade prepped towards his position, and it's sexy. Bego don't miss. Down he falls. And once again, it's just like that on Solid Army clip where they're like, nah, Bego be that. Just based off of the grenade. The Grenader, but Crusader is taking shots from the side, has to fall down prone. Grop takes more damage and he's doing more. Touch has not quite been able to get any more eliminations. He's going to get shot at now and he falls. Amar's MVP might be protected, but Grop is there to support. Down they fall. But Grop is getting all the elims, but it's touch that needs the elimination. Grop has got one more elimination prepped up for SWAT, and it is a banger. Oh, it's not a banger. That would have been close. Wait, let's do that again. Grop, he's prepping it. No, I want to see it. Anyway, and there we go. It's on the money. 5 eliminations and Tribe Warriors up to 7. Touch still has no elimination, and there is 9 people left, but not up to 7 people to take out. Oh, that is so sad. Oh, Ama is gonna go with the MVP. There isn't too many players that. Wait, is there? No, there isn't. There's only 5 players left for Tribe Warriors to take out, and he needed 7 eliminations to overthrow or to equal the number of eliminations that Amar had. So I guess Amar would be the MVP for the league stage. That one definitely sealed. But man, Dream Team still alive. They have all 4 players alive. Vanguard is the only solo in the game, and nobody seems to know where that solo is, so he's just chilling. But Tribe Warriors now, they're going to welcome the side there of Dream Team. As Storm takes a couple shots, trying to see if he can go for the push. But man, Grop is waiting, throwing that Molotov, buying himself a little bit of time. That's a nice Molotov. Goes upstairs, but Dream Team has lost 2 one way or the other. It's going to be Grop continuing to do the damage. Can anyone else get elims? That is the question we've got in mind. Storm trying to see if he can go in with that shot from the side, but cannot quite find any knocks yet. Surge, I don't know who he's looking for inside that room, but there's nobody there. And he's realized that now. Assad is the last player left on the outskirts, looking for the shots. And Vanilla from Vanguard makes a move, but Tribe Warriors said, if you move, we take you out. As they find yet another 9 eliminations. Sad, the last player left. And if I'm sad, I'm just going to deny them the points. You're not doing anything, bro. It's a 1v4. And here comes Grop to see if he can get himself that final elims. That's a little bit of equal issue. Gets a couple shots from the side, and come on, sit down. Tribe Warriors. That is another script that just had to be played. They've had too good of a game today. They've had too good of a day to not get a winner chicken dinner. They've tried. They've improved. This is new and renowned Tribe Warriors. El Glaze, but I don't care. They've played well. Wow. Chicken dinner, eliminations to go alongside it. I will never be found complaining about that. Tribe Warriors, you have entertained me tonight. Grop got 8 elims, but Touch needed 8 elims, bro. No. Lock in, bro. Come on. But anyway, nonetheless, it was a good game. That is what? 11, 12 eliminations and a winner chicken dinner. They've averaged today with nothing less than 10 points per game. And I'm pretty sure that average even goes up higher. I'm just saying I've not seen them get lower than 10 points in any of the games. And that is impressive stuff, to say the least. I am so proud of them. I've loved the way they play so far, and I really hope they can replicate this in the finals. Really hoping they can replicate this in the finals. They've definitely made it to the finals. And look at that, we're back with Tribe Warriors up there. This is their lowest damage game, guys. 1600 damage. This is the only game that they've not gotten 3k damage, apart from that Sandhawk. But yeah, 1600 damage, 1700 basically, and then we've got 1448 from Afro Esports. 5 knocks, 12 eliminations. They were definitely putting the third party in third party. 6 eliminations for the side here of Afro Esports. But man, Grop definitely the MVP. And with the way he was playing, you really needed to call 911, because he was absolutely menacing the entire lobby. Love to see that. And he only got to heal 104 HP. What a player there, Grop. And he enjoyed himself. He's had a good day today. But unfortunately, someone else on his team needed those elims, but he's gotten them. They do not mind. 2 short odds following closely in this game. Maybe not closely, actually. Not closely. 2 short odds with 4 points. Vanilla survived so much for his team. Look at that survival time. He was able to get himself 4 eliminations. You've got to love to see that one. But unfortunately, definitely not enough. We'll still be seeing you in those stages. Foul play, did they make it? Definitely not. I think Neon Rising is there. But anyway, foul play with 9 points that they were able to get. Tribe Warriors getting themselves 22 points to close the day. That definitely pushes them above 10-11. Yeah, it definitely pushes them above 10-11 on the leaderboards. Foul play out there, 9 points that they were able to get. Is it enough? I do not know. They needed more numbers. I think they needed more numbers. We'll see the overall rankings on social media, definitely not on the stream here, but we'll still see some rankings on stream here. Anyway, Dream Team 8 points again. I don't want to say I'm impressed with the way Dream Team has played. They weren't as I would have. Well, let me just say I'm happy that they were able to play this way. I think they put up decent number of points, not enough points to make you to drive you into that top 4, but still they put some points up on board. So I would give them that. They didn't give me reason to crash out. So that's fine as well. Dark Knights today, I came in to see Dark Knights, but I did not see Dark Knights show me what they were made of. 7 points is not bad, but I would have expected more from Dark Knights going into today's games. The same thing I'm said about Neon Rising, who I'm going to talk about real soon. Overall players, as I said, Amar finishing with the most eliminations, and he's going to be the MVP. 5,091 damage, 3.86 KD ratio. That is absolute bonkers when you start to think about the numbers. God damn. 27 elims, 5,000 points is what he's got. And Touch Me, not quite able to get him. As I said, Touch needed 7 eliminations, but he was only able to get 1. So he was not able to catch up. But Grop finding his way into 3rd position. Rodo not quite able to keep up with the pace. Anyway, but Tribe Warriors skyrocket 1, reaching 100 points. 104 points. No one else breaching 100 points. You love to see that one from them. Twitch Kingdom has 72 elims. Damn. Wow. 10-11 Ecstasy finishing 2nd position there with 87 points. RT Sports in 3rd position with 82 points. That is definitely enough to get them into the finals, the split finals. Dark Knights 54 points. Was it enough? The question marks is on the top of our head. 53 points from Afro Esports plus 33 puts them on 80 something. 51 plus 38 also puts them on 80 something for Neon Rising. So if you're doing the math, we know like that last spot in that top 3, in that top 4 for finals lies between one of those teams, either Afro Esports, Dark Knights, Neon Rising, Harsh Esports, and even Foul Play. They are still in contention for that one. But ladies and gentlemen, if you've not had fun today, I do not know what games you were watching. I enjoyed every single game that was played today. Teams came in through with a fire, and I was entertained. Would love to see those final leaderboards and the final rankings. And in case you want to see those, 10 and 80s pointing towards the wrong direction. 10 and 80s Instagram is where it's going to be updated. So be sure to keep an eye out so we can know what 4 teams have made it into the finals. But survival stages are going to be kicking off before you can say Jack Robinson. So be sure to stay subscribed, turn on that bell to get those notifications. Like the stream if you've not. It's never too late to share the stream, so be sure to share it. Teams, if you're watching this, rewatch, try to see what your mistakes were, try to see where you made errors, and try to see if you can fix up on that, because survival stage is going to be real trenches. 4 portions. Afro Esports, you might be seeing Foul Play in there. Archie Sports might be there. Dream Team is gonna be there. These are teams that you don't want to have to be fighting against to try to make it into the finals. But I'm not gonna say too much. Thank you all for having me today. Thank you all for tuning in. You know the vibes. It's your boy Crowns, and on behalf of myself, 10 and 80, Monster Energy, and maybe let me even say PUBG Mobile as a whole, I am saying you have a good night, and I will see you soon.